All right, showtime. We are now live. You are a myth. Mythbot. Yes.
Indeed.
King of beards. Killer of... What do you kill again? Wait, what was that word you used in yesterday? Like something about bad guy.
Oh,
In your...
BBG.
Yeah, like I've
Big
got so
bad evil
confused.
guy.
Yeah. All right, introduction. I am Zero. I am a hero for all you people watching. Everyone's a hero. That's me. And I'm going to be doing narration. Narration of the rising sun. Oh, and we are... Oh, someone's here. Lord Shiva. I'm not sure who Lord
Hey,
Shiva is, but... Is
I'm
this...
a lord. You should know who I am.
You are Nightmare.
No,
Okay, never mind.
it's Dylan.
No, there's no way. That's not... No, weren't you calling yourself Lucifer? Beale? Something?
No, that's my YouTube.
Alright. Well, are you ready?
Yep.
For we are about to dive into a horrifying trip of cringe.
Ah,
Yes, I can tell. You are prepared. So am I. I have my water. I have even more water so I don't have to leave. And I have Myth. Just give me... He needs to be here just to comfort me. Because sometimes I might read things that might just destroy my mind. I'm not ready for this. None of you are. Alright. Starting now. The Rising Sun. So just to recap for the people who haven't watched this stuff before, we're at chapter 3 now, but we had chapters 2 and 1. Chapter 1 essentially was the prologue written in two different ways. One was a paragraph where it just says what happened, and the other was just a massive text dump re-explaining what happened. But the entire premise of this story is that Robert Baratheon dies, but Jon is somehow still taken to Winterfell because Ned Stark just doesn't like Rhaegar's story about him. What was the word? Not eloping. Marrying Lyanna Stark. And the second chapter is basically Jon being a rebel, calling Lady Catelyn Cuntlin and the
Thunder
cunt. I like that one. Let's be honest, I like that one. It was so cringe, but I liked it. And he's 14 years old, but he's also as muscled as his father.
Did they say muscled? I thought it was tall.
As tall, but also as muscled. Like I thought there were muscles in there. I'm pretty sure there were muscles. And oh, hey, Nightmare's here. Add the stream. There you go. Hey, Nightmare. Where were we? Yes, he is as muscled as his father. He's the most eligible person ever, even though he's a bastard and nobody actually wants to marry one in this time and age. But let's forget about that. Let's forget about the whole bastard thing and start the story. I believe he ran away, right? It was a new beginning.
Yes.
Yes. The Rising Sun by Dirk and Full of Errors. Yeah, full of errors indeed, buddy. Wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're back. Chapter 3. Journeys and Regrets. Holy crap, regrets?
There are a lot of regrets.
Shit, I regret waking up today. Jesus. I decided to use a couple of visuals in this chapter, and we'll probably carry on using them in future. Oh no, I don't like where this is going. The source of the images were from a simple Google image search. Oh no, is he gonna tell us to Google things?
No, AO3, you can add the images to the stories.
I didn't. Yeah, I knew that, but I feel like when you add images, you're probably not gonna be describing anything. That makes sense.
It does.
Or the description will be weird. Like this thing's back is red, and it's like a stripe of red on its back. 6 moons later, Ned. Oh, starting with Ned. All right. Ned sighed as he finished reading over the ravens he'd received earlier that day. Nothing unusual. Same reports he'd been receiving from all his bannermen. If Ned was being honest, he was hoping for some mention of anything to do with John. Before Ned could lose himself in his thoughts, there was a knock on his cellar door. Ned, Lyanna's brother, if you guys didn't know, by the way, told whoever it was to come in, and was greeted by the face of his captain of the household guard, Jory. Oh no, they did it again. Jory is the captain of the household guard. I don't know if you guys didn't know, the last stream, this was already said that he's the captain, so he's doing it again. What news, Jory, captain of the household guard, in case anybody didn't know? The scouts you sent a moon ago have returned, my lord. Jory replied. There's a comma here and a comma here. And any leads? Do people say leads in those days? Anything? Ned replied hastily. I'm afraid they couldn't find anything, my lord. They said the hounds lost the scent near a small river in the Wolf's Wood about a week out from here. Capital W. Said they've been looking for weeks in the surrounding areas, but found nothing. It was clear the lad didn't want to be followed.
Does the Wolf's Wood go that far away from Winterfell?
I mean, it's fairly big, but it's not. I don't think it's weeks, especially if they're. It's not like a gigantic procession of the King's Court that takes months to get like maybe 100 feet forward. Hello, Mappy the Wise. And hello, Exodus. But yes. The Wolfswood isn't that big, let's be honest here. I mean, it's big enough for like maybe a couple days on horseback, but not weeks.
Plus, this is them going after him with dogs that are following the scent.
Yeah, exactly. The dogs go fast. You gotta keep up. But yes, 6 moons. 6 moons and barely a trace of him, Ned sighed. Tell them I appreciate their efforts. Pay them the gold dragons for at least looking for gold dragons. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Imagine like failing at your job and getting paid more than a few years worth of salary.
That'd be nice.
For at least looking for him, and make
Wolfswood is actually bigger than you think.
I don't
About
like what you're saying.
550 miles of forest.
Well, how is it though?
What is the conversion rate? Like, how much value is a gold dragon here?
A couple coppers will buy you a meal.
So, like, a gold dragon is like, if you're saying a meal is $10, how many coppers is a gold dragon?
A gold dragon, I think, is 23 silver stags.
Which is how many coppers?
And isn't it 19 coppers to a stag?
Yep, something like that.
So it's about 400 coppers. So assuming a copper is like $10, that's $4,000 is one.
Oh, look, Ryle's here.
Yes, he is.
Hi.
Welcome, buddy. It's okay, we waited for you. I lied. I delayed the stream because I didn't know how to cook fish. Yeah, I know.
Did I miss much?
No, you just missed like a couple paragraphs. Ned is being informed by Jory, who happens to be the captain of his guard, that nobody's found John.
And he's paying people $4,000 for failing.
Yes, something like that. Paid them gold dragons for looking for him. Also, apparently, I was wrong about the Wolfswood. It is massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But, all right. Bear the trace, gold dragons. Okay. Make sure they get a warm meal and proper ale in their bellies before they return home. Shit. I wish I could, like, give money to random people and give them ale. Jory, captain of the household guard, nodded. as he left the solar and left Ned to his thoughts. Where are you, John? Where did you go? The scouts had said they'd found nothing, which means they didn't find a body or blood or anything. Ned hoped that was positive news and that John was at least okay, wherever he was. It had been 6 moons. He could be anywhere. He could be in Dorne. Dorne? Calm down, Jesus Christ. North of the Wall, or even Essos by now. Ned has specifically ordered Lord Manor. What? What's up?
6 moons in Dorne. They're traveling like the season 8 now.
Yeah, like he's teleporting. What's going on? Like even if he was at Dorne, how would he not know? You could like send a dude to ask people in the different ports or like thoroughfares or inns or anything. Has this person gone by here? And if you pay them money, and they'll tell you what you want to know.
I'm sure he got enough money if he's throwing around those gold dragons.
Oh, Mappy the fish. It was okay. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was just it existed. It was. I don't like fish in the first place, but I had to do this one. Ned had specifically ordered Lord Mannerly to. Yeah, see. Lord Mannerly to search all incoming and outgoing ships for a man matching John's description, but had received reports from him that nobody matching John's description had been spotted. Oh, okay. John's description. I'm sorry, guys. This stuff. I know I'm not supposed to stop at this stuff, but it depresses me sometimes. Ned sighed again. He found himself doing that a lot lately. At the age of 33, he's 33. Just in case you didn't know, Ned felt twice his age with all the recent events. Isn't it 30 and 3? Or
Yes.
like 3 and 30? Yeah. He thought he was gonna have a heart attack. Do they say heart attack?
Do they know what heart attacks are?
I don't think they do. Yeah, what about John's description, Mappy? Fuck that guy. Wait, no, I should be nice. He was gonna have a heart attack when the news that his son had gone missing reached King's Landing and that the Crown was helping him in his search. It was a double-edged sword. He wanted him found, yes, but if Rhaegar, Elia, or anybody who'd met his sister looked into John's eyes, then whispers would spread. John's eyes were like his mother's. His mother's.
No, that's not how it works.
We need to talk about John's eyes, guys. You remember the previous chapter where John's eyes made that maid blush? She couldn't handle that. She couldn't handle that energy.
This is something I see a lot in a lot of fiction, but how many times in real life do you know what another person's eye looks like? Like, could you tell me, your best friend, what color eyes they have without thinking hard?
No. It'd take me a few seconds of actual thought. Like, I wouldn't, if I, even someone you'd never met, I met someone with the same blue eyes as mine, I wouldn't go like, hey, are you my family? Are you my long lost brother?
I'm saying half the
It
time I
also
don't even
takes
know
getting
their eyes.
pretty close to someone to even see their eyes.
Now, to be fair, this is a Song of Ice and Fire. They got some pretty unique eyes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
John, sounds like John's eyes are magical. I at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if it turns out that his eyes do magic, because John here is like the most badass guy in the entire planet.
Are we gonna go the Naruto route?
Yeah. Yes,
Maybe.
for Sharingan.
Yes. Oh my god.
No, Superman eyes shoot lasers.
I mean, you can
Yes,
shoot
but
fire
Naruto eyes shoot plot armor. You can't beat those.
and fire.
They literally win, right? It's like if you need space bending, it can do it. If it needs reversal of time, you can do it. It's plot armor.
Yeah, you can teleport, reverse time, copy anything you want. See
Giant
all the energy.
It's great.
It's dumb, but it's also good. Ned leant back in his chair and reached into the drawer of his desk. He found the note straight away, the note written by John specifically for him, the contents of which kept him awake for many nights of the week. Many nights of the week. Okay.
That's a great sentence.
Dear Lord Stark. Not like father.
This
Dear
is
Lord
HP fanfic flashbacks now.
Dude, I don't even. Yeah, getting the letters from the summertime. Yeah, you're right. Dear Harry.
No, dear Lord Peveril Potter Black Ravenclaw or something.
Oh God, no. Wait,
Don't
Lord
even
Potter.
start.
You
Lord
forgot
Potter.
Merlin.
No, I want to do the entire sequence. Lord Potter, Black, Peveril, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and maybe throw in Gaunt.
No, I think
Black.
it's usually Greengrass or something because he marries her.
Yeah, because he marries Greengrass, obviously. But she doesn't get the name. She only gets Potter. Yeah. I write to you with a heavy heart. I write in the hopes that it will grant closure to. No, I need to be serious here. Then grant closure to both you and I. But I fear only one of us will receive such a thing. As a son, you have treated me like one of your true-born children to a certain extent. Okay. I have gone needing for nothing, whether it be food, shelter, or education. I have grown up with my half-siblings that at times felt like full-fledged siblings, and I am eternally grateful for that. As a bastard, you treated me with as much affection as you dare. You have been balancing your marriage and your wife's wishes with the wants and wishes of a bastard boy. This situation wasn't ideal for anybody. Jesus Christ, he is so deep for a 14-year-old. I came to the conclusion that something had to change. Your marriage couldn't realistically change without ripping the family apart, so that was never going to happen. As much as I appreciate daily reminders from your wife of the situation of my birth I had no control of, I do not wish to cause tension between the pair of you. This is an entire sentence here. Okay. With that, I realized I had to leave. Okay, don't repeat words. Benefit of your marriage. Leave for the benefit of my future, and leave for the benefit of my own sanity. Okay. So, I had to leave. Delete this leave. Leave for the benefit of your marriage, then delete this entire thing. My future, and then delete. Keep the end, and then delete this entire thing. So marriage, future, sanity. All right. I almost didn't want to leave without finding out news of my mother, the woman I'm pretty sure I will never know the identity of. I gotta get over it, damn it. We spent 2 chapters. Okay, 1 chapter. The first chapter was just the actual mother doing things with Elia. But anyway, yes. Fun times. I don't understand your reasoning for withholding that precious information from me. But with the sheer amount of times you've denied me, I assume there must be a good reason for it. In the end, I hope it was worth it. What? Oh, it doesn't make sense. If me leaving makes me a disappointment to you, if you think I'm just running away from my problems, then I'm sorry. This may be the last time we speak, and if so, then I love you. Didn't you just spend half the letter fucking being...
Spends an entire letter lambasting him and then says, "But I love you."
You kept it from me, and I really hate everything you do to me, but I love you. All right, John.
I wonder what his letter to Catelyn would be like.
I don't think he
didn't write one to Cat.
Dear Lady Thundercunt, I am leaving, just like you wanted. Wait a minute. Ned?
P.S. Lord Stark is my father.
That would be a good ending. I'm leaving. P.S. Lord Stark is my father, you bitch. Ned wiped a stray tear away at the last part of the letter. Aw, he loves him. Ned's parting gift to him was another denial about his mother, and John's parting gift was him saying that he loved him. Did I ever say that to him myself? Ned closed his eyes in shame, wondering if he said it spoke volumes.
This is so forced. It's actually painful.
It's great, dude. It's great. Come on. It's so, like if you're just trying to enjoy the comedy aspect of this rather than like try to judge it seriously, you'd actually start laughing. I don't.
No, just look at the letter, okay? The letter, in essence, actually mimics a 14-year-old if you look at it in a different way. Look at it like the real reason he's going is because my stepmom is a bitch, so fuck this family, I'm out. And then he's like, but I love my dad a little bit, so let's like make some random reasons and use big words. Like I can see him literally opening Google and saying like looking words like conscientious and stuff like that, and just like building it and then just making it so like I don't look too bad. It's like fuck this shit.
Dear Lord Stark,
Like I can actually see that happen.
I'm sorry if me leaving makes you a bit discombobulated. This is beautiful. He wasn't the only person to receive a letter of their own. Everyone in the family received one, even Sansa. But Sansa was the most decent character so far in this damn story.
Yeah.
But Kat and Theon received no such thing, as to be expected.
Aww.
He remembers when the family found out John was gone. Oh no! Flashback!
Flashback no jutsu.
Flashback got him. Yeah, oh yeah, flashback no jutsu. Oh, that takes me back. I wish I could do a flashback in this stream just to take myself back to that point with the. But no, that's a bad idea. So we shouldn't do flashbacks here, except when reading. The sound of clashing wood could be heard from his solar. Clashing wood. Jesus, hold on. Is this good? Wood's clashing. He always enjoy. Wait, no, I don't have two pieces of wood to smack together. Seeing the boys spar after breakfast. Ned got up from his chair and made his way towards the balcony overlooking the yard. Does the solar actually have a balcony overlooking the yard? I don't remember.
I thought the solar was like in the middle of the keep.
Yeah, in the middle of the keep, like at the dead center. All right.
I don't think so.
He can hear it all the way from the dead center of the keep. Well, let's go with that.
But you have to remember, a balcony is
almost
very
upset.
important for introspective moments.
Yes. You're fucking right about that. When he looked over, he could see Rob sparring with Theon, with Bran and Rickon watching on, with Theon yielding after being sent to his backside. 'Cause screw Theon, he never wins. Even though he's older and stronger, he never
He's
wins,
no
though.
stock.
Yeah, he got his nose broken by Jon because he's evil. Theon is a squid kid, as they was said in the previous chapter. Ned made his way down to them. Good morning, my lord, Sir Roderick greeted. Morning, Sir Roderick, Ned replied. Rob turned to his father with a grin as he helped Theon back to his feet. Did you see me send him into the dirt, father? Rob Stark, ladies and gentlemen. Rob asked with the grin still plastered to his face. So, with a grin. I did, but don't get overconfident, Rob. First mistake in a fight is to underestimate your opponent. Plus, I think young Greyjoy here is ready to go again, Ned replied as he saw the look on Theon's face. Too right I am.
Isn't Theon 18 about now?
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
He's pretty old at this point. Remember,
That's
they
like
took.
full adulthood.
Yeah, pretty much. Stark over here got a lucky break. That's all. Theon replied. Lucky break. Ned noticed that Jon was nowhere to be seen, which was unusual for a lad who loved a good spar. Where's your brother, Rob? Okay. Brother, Rob. Otherwise, it just sounds like Rob is the brother. In this sense.
Mamas are very important, people.
Yeah. Let's eat, Grandpa, versus let's eat, Grandpa. Would have thought he'd be sparring with you as well. Ned didn't miss the face Theon pulled whenever John was mentioned. Yeah, because John broke his nose. Because fucking John, he's an awful person here.
He's a 14-year-old. They're all awful.
Exodus. The flashback sentence reminds me of a poem. Sentence structure. Yep, kind of does. John. I'm not sure, father. I haven't seen him since last night. Rob answered. Not even at breakfast? Ned asked. Rob shook his head. Nope. Nope.
No.
He wasn't even at breakfast. Nope. Unusual. Not like John to miss breakfast. He seems to eat like a hungry wolf as of late, Ned replied with a chuckle. He chuckled. Probably needs to store all that energy for when he cowers away into those woods. Theon answered with his trademark grin. Trademark?
Apparently they have trademarks back then.
I mean, they have trades.
But I thought it was Garion that had the trademark grin.
You know, we're not at that point yet, but I mean, yeah, yes.
Yes,
But-
looks like Theon is going to get sued by Gary.
Yes. Yes, Theon.
This entire banter is like, I think, unnecessary. You could just paraphrase it in like a paragraph.
It really, dude, this entire story is like 3 paragraphs in total. He even put the first chapter in a single paragraph before going into detail the entire thing.
Like this
if you
doesn't
want-
even develop the characters. It's literally just like nonsense.
Yeah, they're just talking shit. Yes, or break noses. Rob replied, whilst smiling at Theon. Whilst Theon didn't look pleased at that remark and tried to catch Rob off guard with a swing, but Rob had already seen it coming and parried, thus carrying on with their spar. Yes, Rob is so awesome. Not as awesome as John, okay, but pretty awesome.
John would have already beat him.
Yeah, John has already beat both Rob and Theon. Like these guys are nothing to him. Fucking nothing. You're nothing.
John
Rob.
probably beat the whole castle guard at once.
He already did beat all the castle guards at
Yeah,
once.
3 guards.
There's a scene in one of the previous chapter where he just beats the shit out of 3 guards with his fists alone. He broke poor Todd's nose. Todd, that stupid ass guard. And the entire fight happened because John fucking what was it? He bumped into them, and one of the guards demanded an apology. That's it.
And
He
he
just
said
beat-
bastard.
He's a
Wait,
bastard. Like
he hit someone, and then they asked him to say sorry, and then he beat them up more.
Yes.
yes,
That's funny.
like he walked into my chambers. Wait, no, we're here. Ned asked Bran and Rickon if they'd seen John. Bran said the same as Rob, that he hadn't seen him since last night. But Rickon's reply worried Ned a little. He walked me to my chambers and gave me a big hug, good night, like the ones you give us, Papa.
Isn't Rick on like 2?
Yeah, he shouldn't be able to speak all that much, but I mean, whatever. I
Definitely
squeezed
not
him
that
back.
fluent.
Yeah. This is so weird. Extra hard so he wouldn't cry. Cry? Why would he cry, Rick? Ned asked. Ned didn't like his answer. I don't know. He just looked extra sad. It's like extra in this world last night. So I tried to hug it away for him. I think it worked, but he was already leaving before I could see his reaction.
Big words for a 2-year-old.
Like,
He's going for like the whole cutesy of a little kid, but the thing is, it's more like a 5-year-old's cutesy with a vocabulary of like a 15-year-old.
dude, I don't know. When I was like 2 or 3, I remember I was a special kid. I could talk exactly like this. Just kidding. I was probably shitting myself.
But yeah, like I don't know. This would be 5-year-old with a very powerful vocabulary, and like if you're going cutesy, it would make better like actually make the vocabulary match that. That would
Yeah.
actually make the scene better.
This reminds me of adult voice actors for children. You're expecting a childlike voice, but you hear this deep voice trying to sound light. Dad, don't leave, Dad. Ned did not like this at all and got a dreaded case of foreboding. Dreaded case of foreboding. Don't like I've never seen this before. Don't worry, Rick. He'll be fine. I'll go check his chambers, see if he's arisen from his beauty sleep.
Arisen?
Arisen? What are you, fucking dead?
We got vampires up in here.
Yeah, I feel like, he's already muscled and as tall as his father, and like everybody loves him. He's probably gonna start sparkling in the sunlight soon. Jesus. Ned heard Bran and Rickon giggle at that as he made his way up to Jon's chambers. It wasn't like Jon to sleep in late, so the last thing he expected was to see him still asleep. Ned knocked on his door to see if it was decent, but received no reply. He knocked again with the same outcome. He slowly opened the door whilst letting Jon know that he was coming in, but it was for naught. Jon wasn't there. First of all, it's not how you write this, or is it?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, like there's an A, not an O.
Hey.
I've read this so much.
He repeats himself so much.
It's I know. Worrying.
Worrying.
It's worrying. Ned left the chambers with haste and went to the Godswood to see if he was there. Nothing. Main hall, nothing. Stables, nothing. On his way to see the guards were overwatching the game. The guards were overwatching the games? What is this? Overwatch? Are we again monkeys with suits here? What was it? Winston, yeah, that's his name. He was a gorilla, not a monkey. I'm sorry, guys. He saw Arya making her way towards the yard. Arya, you haven't seen Jon around, have you? Ned pressed. No, father. Why? Is he in trouble? Arya asked. It like I'm reading it in a really weird way because it sounds so weird to me. Nobody has seen him since last night. He didn't turn up to breakfast this morning, and Rickon said he looked upset last night. Okay. Ned replied. Arya looked worried. Yes, it's very worrying.
I mean,
I love how
why does-
Arya's first instinct is Jon is in trouble.
Yeah, like calm down, Arya. You fucking. She probably got it's because she got guilt tripped the day before because she stole the arrows and Jon had to kill a bear on his own. You know, after beating the 3 guards, he had to kill a bear in the woods.
The knife.
Yeah,
But he ran out of arrows because Arya stole them.
But Jon has been running off into the woods like for weeks already at this point, so why is Ned so worried? I mean, wouldn't he just think he ran off to the woods again?
Yeah, but I mean, look, man, tension needs to happen, so it's gonna happen, all right? Why are you asking questions? You should just consume product.
If you also think about it logically, which we probably shouldn't do, but like,
No, let's do it. I'm ready.
think about it. This has not happened instantly, right? It's like for his entire life, Ned's wife has basically been shitting on him, and he's been getting upset, right? Maybe he's got used to it, but at least at many points he's gotten upset, right?
Yep.
Which means he's probably missed breakfast more than a couple times because he's been pissed off.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He's a 14-year-old. It's not unusual.
I don't eat breakfast half the time. But yeah.
Yeah. Poor John. He's
I'm just wondering
gone.
how the conclusion comes. Like, something terrible has happened. He didn't come for breakfast, and he just starts, asking everybody. Like, I'd have probably waited for like 5 or 6 hours and maybe had some kind of accident or something. Can you call John? I need him for something. And then no one responds. And then you'd actually say, why isn't he responding? Is something wrong? And maybe
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how you'd build it in this way.
Plus, do you know how big Winterfell is supposed to be? There's no way one person's going to find a person and all that.
Take a while at the very least. And more than one person, correct? Let's see. He might have gone to the Wolfswood. He does spend an awful lot of time there. Have you asked the guard on duty if they've seen him leave? Duty. I'm sorry, yes. I'm just on my way there now. Go and have a look around. See if you can find him. And if you do, tell him I want a word. Ned answered as he went towards the Hunter's Gate to talk to the on-duty guards. Unfortunately, when he asked them, he was told nobody had entered or exited through the Hunter's Gate or any of the other 3 gates this morning. Now Ned was getting very nervous as he walked towards his solar I can never figure out how to spell this. Yeah, how to pronounce this. Is it solar or solar? Because when I say solar, I think solar energy.
Same.
But if I say solar, it just sounds stupid. I'm gonna assume it's solar and say it that way from now on, and sound stupid for the rest of my life. And his thoughts were confirmed when he saw Arya running through the corridor towards him with a handful of sealed letters and a face full of tears. Father, it's John. Oh no. I found these in his room. He's gone, Arya cried. Yes, we know. She's face full of tears.
Wait. Ned was in his room. Wouldn't he have found them?
Look.
Ned
No,
just
he wasn't.
looked in and saw that John wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't looking for letters. He's just looking for John. Yes, I know. Like, just roll the R at the end. Solar makes you sound fancy. Yes, yeah, it does. It does make you sound fancy, even though I'm pretty stupid. You should read it in an English accent and say it like solar energy. Solar energy. So I can't do English accents. I try my best, but it always sounds horrifying. I could do a French accent if you like. Ned ushered her into a solar as she hugged his side. What do you mean he's gone? Ned replied. He felt like the walls were closing in. I can do that.
Save that for Harry Potter when the Delacours come in.
Yes. I could write a chapter for that and just go to town. Every fan fiction I've read, they try to depict Fleur like as a they try to make her speak in French or have the accent. I'm like, this is so bad. It's not even like they don't even do it right, or the French they write is awful. She handed him 6 letters, all sealed apart from one which had Arya's name on it, the rest of which had the names of all of his children, and one had his name on it. What have you done, John? Isn't it obvious what he'd done? Okay. Arya was still crying as he read his letter, and he knew why. John was gone, and as much as he tried, he couldn't fault his reasons. French works better. Stick with that. Oh no. Look, okay. What do you guys think? French accent? I mean, we'll fucking die laughing every sentence. We'll spend 5 hours doing this. Okay, I'll do a few paragraphs, and then I'll stop. Ned had sent out scouts to search the Wolfswood, but reported back with not much of a lead. Nobody took the news well. Well, not nobody. Catelyn had almost brushed her hands clean of the whole situation, stating that if he wants to go out into the world and make something of himself, then so be it. And that we should respect his wishes. But nobody agreed with her, not even Sansa, to everybody's surprise. Sansa, no Sansa, bad Sansa. Arya screamed at her mother and blamed her for everything, whilst storming out of the solar that they were all in. Rickon was silently crying into Ned's side. Sansa looked regretful, and Robb and Bran looked distraught and disappointed. God damn it, saying the R's in French is horrifying. But we're doing it. Ned had already planned to send scouts. He was going to find Jon, and when he returned, he was determined to make Jon feel like he was in a home he promised his sister that her son would be a part of. I'm sorry, Laia. Present day. We're back to the present, guys. Wait, okay, for flashbacks I'll do it in French, but for normal day I'll do it in normal English. Going a little bit Arabic. I'm not complaining. Look, I'm an Arab, so it kind of jumps in when I start speaking French because that's how I learned it. I'm picturing someone threatening a butler to read a fan fiction when I hear this. This is beautiful in a way. Ned. I mean, I can do an Arabic accent, but I mean, it wouldn't be very good. Because I beat the shit out of my Arabic accent when I was practicing English. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Ned was broken from his thoughts when Jory knocked and entered his solar. Lord Stark, there's been a deserter from the Night's Watch. Jory left the rest unspoken. I'll be with you shortly, Ned replied as Jory left and shut the door behind him. Duty calls, Ned thought as he rose from his chair and exited his solar feeling melancholy. John, can't. I don't even know. Oh. Dylan?
What?
Fish. Dylan.
Yes.
All right. For those of you who don't know, Dylan, before the stream started, made the prediction that there would be fish in this chapter because I was cooking fish and bitching about fish today. And there was.
My godlike powers have predicted it.
This is the best one. All right, I'll speak in the Arabic accent then. It's easier than French, and I don't have to die inside. Cunt. That was the fifth fish that had escaped his hook. Each one that escaped gained an increasingly more aggressive name. Twat was his previous adversary. He preferred Twat to Cunt. What is this? Twat was bigger and seemed to have a more cooperative attitude, but Cunt was boisterous and rebellious. John was also quite sure he was going insane. This is the most honest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not gonna lie, it's actually not bad, that paragraph. It's kind of fun to read.
Wait, so do we find John or do we find his description? We found the description. Oh dear. Fuck you then, fish. I didn't want you anyway, you fucking freak. You fucking stink. Fuck you. Yeah, he was losing his mind. John huffed as he calmed his breathing. Exerting precious energy, calling a fish a freak was not the smartest of ideas. Why am I so angry towards a dumb fish? No. I need to calm down. Okay.
Dude, this is great. The amount of self-reflection he's going through. The moral dilemma.
It's also a metaphor for Lady Cuntlin.
Yes, it is.
Oh, definitely. This is done way better than the letter or any of the actual emotional parts.
Why am I so angry towards the dumb fish? I can't get over this.
Dude, it's great.
Zero, were you that angry with your fish?
Dude, no. I mean, okay, kind of, but not. I wasn't shouting at the world. You fucking stink. Okay, the fish did stink. All right, it did stink. But when I covered it in olive oil, it got better.
Did you call your fish cunt?
No.
Or twat?
No. I mean,
Even if you didn't call it that, did you think it?
I can think.
I don't know. Did you think it?
No, I didn't think it.
Hmm.
What is this here? All right. I like how he has a question mark, but also a period. Heading towards the front of the ship, John leant his arms on the railing and looked upon the horizon in the hopes of seeing some sort of land or anything. He'd believed he'd seen land hundreds of times in the past week or so, but his eyes or his mind had deceived him. It was all starting to get disheartening. Oh no, I saw this. I shouldn't have seen this. He was wondering if all of this was worth it. If the moment he finds land, he'll just keel over and die from the first thing he comes in contact with. Wouldn't that just be hilarious? Yes, it would. I wish he would keel over. He remembers the whole journey he would have taken, just to die, and he remembers the very beginning of his adventure. Flashback no jutsu again.
Did that say 1 moons ago?
5.
Oh.
Where did you see 1? calm down, Dylan.
My screen is tiny.
I know you're sick, but like,
No, my screen is on my phone. It's tiny.
Exodus, French accent time. It seems. I don't want French accent. Okay, here's my water. I guess I'm doing the French accent. Okay, because it's a flashback. That's right. The stony shore looked as miserable as John felt. If Winterfell looked grey, then the stony shore felt grey. Shithole, John whispered under his... Oh, no, he's whispering. Shh, shithole, John whispered under his breath as he hitched his horse, gathered his belongings, and made his way towards the poor excuse of a dock. Finding a decent ship was his main priority, but at first glance, he was not very optimistic. John knew he needed to find an inn to sort himself out. He stunk, he needed a good meal, and he needed a bed. So, with that in mind, he made his way towards a building that looked like an inn. Look, it also looked like one of the only functional buildings in this heap.
Wow, he's pulling off arrogant nobleman very well.
Yeah, like he's a fucking bastard, and he's crazy. As he stepped inside, he was hit with the smell of sweat and fish. God damn it, fish. The floor felt damp, and the room in general was unlit, apart from the few candles that littered the individual tables and the bar. It also seemed that a fresh batch of fishermen had just docked and were getting settled in to the already busy establishment. I could tell before trying not to laugh. He found a quiet corner and called the maid over to take his order. He quickly found out that the inn was completely full. Fuck me. No.
Yeah.
He ordered a fish pie and ale. I'm sick of all the fish. And started to mull over ideas on what to do next. No rooms meant he was sleeping in the woods again, and with the weather looking as miserable as he felt, he figured he'd be waking up wet. Wait, can't he just sleep in the stable?
I mean, he can.
Yeah, isn't that what Tyrion did? Slept in the Winterfell stables or something?
Yeah.
Well, no, Tyrion passed out in the
Oh yeah,
Winterfell.
he passed out. You're right. But when the scene where he goes to the that one inn where Catelyn arrests him. He didn't sleep in the stables, but he offered to take someone's room, and they'd probably, it was assumed that they would be sleeping in the stables, right?
I think so.
But yes, sleeping in the woods. I'll do this one in French and then I'll go normal. The maid returned with his fish pie and his ale. Thank you. No, thank you, John said as he handed over the coin to the young maid, who accepted it with a smile and a blush.
Oh, another blush.
Another blush. The meal itself was tasty. Fish was obviously fresh. The pastry was crumbly and golden, and John had no idea what the sauce was that was in it, but he still wolfed it down with zeal.
The French accent actually is fitting when you talk about food. It somehow works. Like when you say crust and stuff.
Crust.
Yeah.
However, the ale, not so much. It tasted like a fermented puddle, and John was pretty sure there was a chunk or two in it.
A chunk of what?
Chunk of what?
It doesn't matter. When he's shit-talking food in a French accent, it works wonderfully.
It's chunk in it. Oh no, I'm done. The general peace of the inn was broken when a loudmouth's voice rose above everybody else's. Wait, no, he's a pirate. come back.
Okay, let me make a prediction. Someone's gonna do something and make a noise here and gonna probably assault a girl or something, and then he's gonna save her.
All right.
I've not read it, but let's see.
Will it be his first kill?
Probably. I don't know. I should
Actually,
have
let's
heard.
bet on this. Let's bet on this. What do you guys think is gonna happen here?
We
I
all,
mean,
at least Zero, Myth, and I already read this part, and I'm pretty sure.
I
we're gonna
forgot.
do-
Honestly, I forgot.
Oh, you guys have read it?
I
I've
read it
years
before,
ago.
up until chapter 4, but we thought that doing the stream.
I've
would be
read this
kinda-
whole story. I used to think it was good.
Yeah, Myth read it a long time ago. He even left kudos on this thing. He actually liked it. I read it, but I forgot most of it anyway. Like,
Now, to be fair to Myth, it was after season 8.
look, man, anything after season 8 is okay. Like the bar was set so low that this is actually better.
It's sad that that's right.
Like I don't care what people say in Twitter or anything. Like they're talking about how it's amazing or whatever. It is terrible.
Wait, what?
Season 8 was awful, but this is not better.
Yeah, you weren't here when like season 8 came out and people on Twitter were actually trying to defend it.
No, season 8 is literally undefendable, but this is not better than that.
Yes, it is.
It's
not.
funnier. It's
You're-
funny.
It's funny, yes, but it's not better.
See-
You're wrong.
See, we getting
No,
drawn out of it.
it's better. This is better than season 8.
Look, I was watching season 8 and all I could feel was my heart dying inside. Like it just felt like it was gonna stop beating at any moment because I just felt like I wanted to just drop. But this,
True, but I could still finish season 8, even though it made me really miserable. The
Okay, true.
In this, I literally can't read it. Like, if you're not doing this meme thing, like actually sitting down and seriously reading it,
and
not
you and me both, man. I looked at the. I remember someone linking this to me years back, and I read the first paragraph, and I was like,
nope.
nope. And then it was linked to me recently, and I hadn't recognized it. And I looked at it, and it was like, oh, this thing. This might
I'm
actually
pretty
be funny. to
sure
read.
I recommended it back when I first got on the server.
Look, I wasn't gonna name names, okay? But if you wanna step forward, I
It's
mean,
you.
See, at least this doesn't trickle down to the rest of Game of Thrones and ruin it all.
yeah.
Oh, Zero, do you know what you really need to do though?
What,
You need to read a Pokemon Betrayal fic.
dude? That's I'll be doing that after this story. Like,
You should actually do that. I have just the one I want you to.
perfect. Shit, I'll like after I finish this particular story, I'll be doing like Pokemon Betrayal or like cringe Harry Potter stuff. I'm not sure if we'll do
Oh.
Kill Me If You Can. I don't know how cringe it gets. But it's not the cringe specifically, but like the adult content.
No,
in there.
you want to hit something. You want to go for something that is really bad, but for some reason is really good, or not really good, but people think it's really good. So
Yeah.
if you want to go the HP fandom, you'd go for like I don't know what is at the top. Let's look.
Harry Crow.
Dodging prison. How is this the number one? It's awful. You should read this one.
Dodging prison. I think I read the first one.
Hey,
Dylan, I knew it. I was expecting that.
that's a good one.
Nah,
This is
it's
good. Wow.
Look, let's not judge Dylan's taste here, even
My
though
taste is amazing.
I mean, every taste other than your own is objectively shit taste. That's just how it works.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. You're right. But yeah, we'll do a Pokemon Betrayal, and then we'll see about the Harry Potter stories. I might do Kill Me If You Can because the first chapter was ridiculous. I haven't read any of the others, but I've been told it gets really horrifying. So I'm not sure about that. But we'll see.
I'd say Harry Crow is pretty cringe.
No, Harry Crow has like, oh my god, I read like part of it, but when he got into the hyperbolic time chamber, I just stopped.
There's a hyperbolic time chamber in Harry Crow.
These goblins
God.
have underground.
How have
the
the goblins not conquered the planet yet? What's going on?
The shit they do with the goblins.
I stopped. I was like, I just can't.
There's also the fact that Harry Crow is a Harmony fig.
Oh yeah, I don't like Harmony.
Dude, it has a hyperbolic time chamber. It's hilarious.
Maybe
Also,
Harry
Hermione
Crow, a
probably hated
harem
it.
Also,
story.
basically, in a week, Hermione apparently gets like strong enough to like just beat up goblin masters at sword fighting. It's hilarious.
I mean, it's
I didn't get
Hermione.
that far in it.
It's like the first 6 chapters, but yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
remember
No more.
I was past year 2. I think I was in year 3, and there was no hyperbolic time chamber yet.
No, there's 100% an underground hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, there is.
How do you both know this? I've never gone far in
Because
that.
I read the whole thing.
I remember like getting to the
Black Staff
part.
has read all of
I
it.
couldn't
and
even
he told me
finish the
about
first
it.
chapter of that. But
The Black Staff read all of it.
Yeah, he read
Oh
all
my
of it.
god!
He read a lot of cringe things. I still make fun of him.
They went with the
Harry
trope
Crow was
either-
one of the first decently long fics that I read.
Oh,
I mean, I guess it's the thing that if it's the first time you read a cliche, you might enjoy it, right? A cliche. So it's
Yeah.
like it has every single one of them, but if it's the first thing you ever read, you may not hate it. It's still awful, but you may not hate it.
Oh
We
no,
need to
I hate it just on the fact that it's Harmony.
yeah.
I've read some decent Harmony. I mean, I don't particularly love it, but like I've read some that aren't awful.
There's a
Hermione.
single Harmony story that I really like.
Is it Blindness?
No, I haven't read that one.
Blindness
read
is
it.
really good.
Rock the Boat.
Mm.
I remember the summary involved rocking the boat, but I don't know.
You so smart.
No, I like the actual summary has like, boy, do they start rocking the boat or something. That's what I
not
remember
in
about
the
the story.
summary.
Right.
Oh, okay. But yes, shall we continue, gentlemen?
How many chapters is this?
This story is like 33, 34. Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
years of your life are you
Ongoing.
going to spend on this story?
I don't know. We're spending a while. Like every chapter will take like over an hour. I didn't like last week. I did 2 hours. It almost. I mean, I did 2 chapters. It almost took 4 hours, and my throat was like, I felt like I was in the Sahara looking for an oasis.
Wow.
Wait, is this fic still ongoing?
Yes.
It hasn't been updated since
It's
May, I
technically
think.
abandoned.
You know what you should do?
So
After reading this in this like really cringe way and like going over it,
finish
you
it
should
myself.
put a link in the comments to the podcast.
Oh no. I will. The dude will hate me though. That's for sure.
Yes, but
But
do you
I'll
want
do it.
his adoration in particular?
No. Yeah, you're right. I'll do it.
It was
Here's
last
the entire
updated
playlist to keep
April
reading it.
30th.
It would be
Yeah.
great. You should do.
All right. I should have heard the little lassie. The way she was crying and screaming, you'd have thought I'd gutted her. Ha ha. Well, I gutted her in a sense. Oh no. But that's
Shit.
beside the point. No. He gutted her. A scumbag of a sailor gloated to a fellow sailor at the table next to him. The sailor in question, not looking remotely interested in what he was saying. What? Okay, first thing. Sailor? Sailor. Sailor.
I think it's more Ironborn from what they're talking about.
Ironborn, yeah. They are Ironborn. John's mug creaked from the pressure. Oh no. With how hard he was squeezing it in rage. Fucking disgusting pig. Taking a deep breath through his nose, John attempted to calm
To calm
his
his
ire.
Oh God.
Had her on the boat with me. Was planning on making her my salt wife. Yeah, it's an Ironborn. Bit young, like, but a few weeks. What? Bit young, like, but a few. Okay, and I'd have warned her in. Ha! Crazy bitch threw herself in the sea. Never saw her emerge. Pity. The scumbag finished with a belch. Why won't? Okay. I'm not saying like he should, but he could have jumped in the water and brought her back on the ship.
Not worth the effort.
I mean, the guy was gutting her, right? Like, I'm not saying he should, but like, okay, whatever. Probably too drunk to jump off the boat anyway. The other sailor that accompanied him finished his ale, got up and walked out. Oh, bye then. Plenty more fish in the sea. Isn't that right, darling? The scumbag said as he slapped the backside of the young maid that passed by. The man was clearly drunk, and clearly a cunt.
That seems
John's
to be
favorite
John's
word.
favorite insult.
Yes, he's a cunt. But not as bad as twat. Just a cunt. Maybe I'll steal you away and make you my salt wife, little lady. I got a nice boat made of lovely ironwood. Ironwood. Stole it from some northern cunt who was sailing on the Sunset Sea where he shouldn't have been. Okay, I do like this. Ironwood from a northern family, because ironwood is made by the Foresters.
Yes, but they don't use it for boats.
Yeah, you're right. That's at the very least. Yeah, they don't use it for
It's
boats.
used
You're
to
right
make
about that.
shields.
But you can tell this dude actually knows the story ish. Like he's trying to do something with it, but it's not succeeding. But he's trying. Like I feel like I can put a comment in the comments and say you tried.
Here's a participation trophy.
Versus you don't even care. You're just putting whatever. I mean, he kind of does put whatever, but at the same time, he also does this. Where he shouldn't have been. Prick should have stuck to fucking his horse and rolling around in his precious snow. Ha. Fucking his horse? The
Okay.
scumbag leered at the maid as she made her way back to the bar. Why would he tell? Okay, I understand doing the whole sexual thread here in a lovely ironwood, but why like talking about this shit? I mean, he is drunk. Oh, this perked John's ears up. Which part? The horse fucking? Or rolling around the precious snow? Or making her his salt wife?
I'm pretty sure it's the boat.
Oh, he wants that ironwood.
It's the horse. Let's be real. We all know it's the horse.
Oh, shit. With a hasty plan forming, John watched the scumbag neck mug after mug of ale. Neck? Okay, because, it's going down his neck, and his neck is doing the whole swallowing animation. Motion. How can he drink that piss? Because, it had chunks in it. And then stumble out of the inn 20 minutes later, mumbling to himself. John decided he was going to take the opportunity that was given to him with both hands. He's taking that ironwood with both hands.
Oh, shit.
He motioned to the maid, and she came over to him. He told her that there was a nice gray palfrey hitched outside with a saddle and everything, and that she could sell it to earn some coin for herself. That earned him a lovely smile and a sincere thank you. With that, John got up and followed. What's up?
Yeah, to earn a sincere thank you. Horses are worth a shit ton.
Oh yeah, like lords fucking ride them until death, but a horse for like a commoner, a peasant maid, that's insane.
Especially a horse that, like, what John would have had.
Exactly, like bred high quality. With that, John got up and followed the drunk all the way to the docks. John noticed the rather nice ship he was heading towards. This will do nicely, he thought. By the way, he's making a haste. Okay, I get that he's 14 and reckless, but he's making a hasty plan here. Obviously, he's literally getting rid of his backup plan in case this whole thing fails and the guy escapes with the boat. So if he fails, he will not have a horse. He will have his own feet for to go somewhere.
Well, he's Jon Snow. Of course he won't fail.
Look, man, logic here is not accepted. All right, I don't like this logic you're using.
Wait, does he even have a sword?
I think he has his dirk. Remember his dirk that he killed the bear with? No, you weren't here. He killed a bear with his dirk.
I was here.
Oh yeah, you were here. Never mind. You were watching. He thrust the dirk into the bear
From behind.
from behind,
Giving him a grisly death.
giving him a grisly death. Yes, that's right. I heard that. You were far away from the mic. Like most people won't hear that, but
Yeah,
Niall
I think
said-
it's better now.
Yeah, okay. The scumbag entered the cabin of his ship. Cabin of the ship? What is this? A fucking galleon? John followed him on quietly, storing his belongings in a crate on deck. Taking his time to store everything. This is like me on a Hitman playthrough, like just setting everything up before killing the person. The sun was going down, so John waited an hour on deck before sneaking into the cabin to check on the arsehole's situation. Turns
No.
out, what?
The sun should be rising.
Okay. Roll credits.
Spoiler.
Turns out he was completely out cold. John even started whistling a random tune to see if he would wake, but the man was out like a light. Whistling a random tune. All right. John rushed back and untied the rope the boat had used to dock, pulled down the sails, and coasted the boat out into open water. He'd done it. He'd managed to find a decent boat. Boat.
Boat.
Which happened to
I
have-
thought it was a ship.
Yeah, like it has a cabin, it's a ship, but it's also a boat. I mean, okay, it makes sense if you're referring to it informally and you don't know anything about ships, but he's supposed to have read about this the previous chapter. Just like he read about catching fish.
It didn't do very well with that.
Yeah, he just started calling fish cunts and did his own inner monologue. Great guy. Which happened to have decent supplies if John's first glances were anything to go by, coupled with his own supplies he'd brought with him, and the fact that he was stealing back a ship that previously belonged to somebody in his homeland. John was feeling rather pleased with himself right now. Okay. This whole thing. Sense. An hour out from inland, John decided it was a fair distance for the drunk prick to swim back to shore from. Bruh, a ship goes faster than hands. If he throws a dude an hour away, he is dead.
That's the point.
He's 14. He doesn't know.
It was a fair distance for the drunk prick to swim back to shore from. Yeah, okay, you're right.
Wait, don't Ironborn not learn how to swim because
If they jump off the ship, they die because they're wearing their armor. And yeah, they want to go back to the drowned god. You're right.
so he's going to get his first kill without even realizing.
Pretty much.
I think he realizes. I mean, the next sentence.
Yeah. If he drowned, then pity. Like a wise man once said, plenty more fish in the sea. Which wise man once said that. I don't. He walked. The only person who would probably talk about fish is Theon. But
No,
he broke his nose.
guy said it.
No,
at the
that
bar.
guy literally said it a few paragraphs ago.
But is he referring to him as wise man?
Sarcastically, probably.
I think it's more of an ironic statement.
You know, you're right. You're right. I would have judged this as stupid, but you guys are right. He walked back into the cabin with his sword and woke the idiot up. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine, princess. I need to focus. Okay. Wakey, wakey,
Wait.
rise and shine, princess. All right, that's better.
Yes, Mappy, he is 14.
Yes, Jon Snow is 14 years old, as tall as his father, just as muscled. Well, okay, his uncle, but in this
And
case,
with a more majestic beard.
no, we're not at that
No,
point.
we are not at that part yet.
We don't have beards yet. What are you talking about? This is the flashback. John yelled as he what?
Did he just wake the guy up without tying
Yeah.
him up or putting
Yeah.
his sword in position to attack?
Dude,
or
like,
anything?
if I was in this situation, I would do what he did with the ship, like sail it away, and then I would get my sword and just stab him. Or a dirk.
There's no point in waking the guy up except.
Yeah, I wouldn't wake him up. I'd just kill him. Just like stab, slit throat, throw off the boat. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
you know,
but that's cold-blooded. John is supposed to be
yeah, he's a nice guy. You're
honorable.
right. He's honorable and nice.
One of the tags is Dark Jon Snow.
I'm about to say.
Yes, but that happens later.
Yes, he's not currently dark. All right, he's just edgy.
It's honorable to kill the guy, considering what John knows of what he's done.
I mean,
he grew up with Ed Stark, and we know how honorable he was in Chapter 1. So.
yeah, Ned Stark was not very honorable in Chapter 1 here. You should have seen that. Rise and shine, princess. John yelled as he grabbed hold of the man and dragged him on deck. He overpowered a full-grown adult and dragged him to the deck.
An adult that's probably wearing armor.
Wearing armor and is like half drunk, so he's essentially dead weight. Wow.
That's what, about 350 pounds, probably.
Yeah, you know more than I do about that, Dylan, because you like to hit people wearing armor, and you also wear armor.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
So wait, is he doing it one-handed?
I don't know. He grabbed hold of him and dragged him on deck. What the fuck, man? Who the hell are you? The drunk asked as he unsuccessfully tried to struggle out of John's grip. John has a good grip. Why not just take your fucking knife and just stab his hand?
Him.
Captain John of the fuck you. Oh, shit. Captain John of the fuck you, ladies and gentlemen. John said as he threw the screaming man over. Holy crap! He threw him overboard.
just lifted all 350 pounds and just tossed him overboard.
In a single breath, he grabbed him. Like, how strong is this kid? Man, I can barely lift.
Casually throwing a grown man in armor overboard.
Yeah, exactly. I can barely lift a sack of potatoes for like 10 seconds.
I mean, he can beat a grizzly bear with a dirk. So
with a dirk, yeah, you're right. He's destroying bears.
John is the Uber Chad.
Honestly, it'd be difficult to just toss something overboard effortlessly if it was just the armor.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Wait, no. Spitting down at him. Yeah, that's important. As he emerged from the water, he wouldn't even feel the spit. By the way, he would just like dunk his head for a second and it's gone. What the fuck, man?
He's sinking already.
Yeah, he's sinking. Oi, come back, you prick! The scumbag shouted.
Was it ever stated he's actually in armor, or are you just saying that?
It's assumed because he's Ironborn. They always wear armor.
At an evening in the... Okay, whatever.
No, that's literally what they do.
I don't think that fits here right now, but okay.
Exodus. Why did he wake the man?
We are wondering the same thing.
Look, because it's funny when he throws him off the ship and spits on him, right?
He needs to name
yeah.
He needs to name the ship the Thundercut.
Oh my god. Come back, you prick.
Why would he name him the ship that? He hates cunt, the Thundercut.
Yeah, it's also fair.
Because she's a fish.
Because she's a fish. That's also a good reason. I'm sorry. What did you say? I don't speak the common tongue. John replied. This is like I want to do this someday. Like learn this specific sentence. Not common tongue, but a language. I want to be able to tell a Chinese person that I can't speak Chinese in Chinese. Like, what are you doing here? What the fuck are you doing here? I don't speak Chinese. What? Stop messing. Let me back up and I'll forget about all of this. Bro, you're in the water. You're done.
You're sinking.
I'm going to go with Ryle's assumption that he's probably not wearing his armor, but even still. The Ironborn frantically replied as he tried to keep up with the boat.
Okay, that is bullshit. That's not going to happen.
Pretty much. A? Oh no. Should I read this?
in French.
No, I read this in French. I can barely read this normally. This will need my Arabic. Nike idra dawar shifan. Yeah, okay, I did it. I'm good. In case you didn't know what he was saying, I don't understand. Why could he just put "I don't understand" in italics? Just get rid of this shit and then type.
It's good for immersion if they actually use the real language.
Is it though?
Is it?
It's good for immersion in film. It's not good for immersion in writing. Unless you're encountering a language you don't know what they're saying at all, like the first time. And they're
Or
just
it
speaking gibberish.
it has a footnote.
Not yet. We'll do it later. And with that, John turned away from the screaming man and headed towards the bow of the ship. He looked out to the horizon. Well, too late to back out now. And settled into the beginning of his journey. Present day. Oh, we're back. We are back at the present day, which was 6 moons after he left.
I can't believe that was a whole flashback.
Yeah, that entire part was a flashback, all right? Just keep that in mind. What if this script was for a show, huh? You don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to assume I do know because I'm awesome. I am hero. No, I am zero. Everyone's zero. But I am a hero. That's right. John was disturbed from his thoughts by the tugging of his fishing rod. Will he actually catch a fish this time? Haha, got you now, you little arsehole. John feared as he reeled in a bite. John had read all sorts of books on fishing. Was it?
I said probably a freaking shark, considering who this is.
Yeah, I hope it's a shark. On fishing and the different types of fish. The one he just caught was a sea bass, but the coloring was off slightly. He'd started noticing a lot of oddities with some of his captures lately. Well, that's dinner for tonight to go along with my fish dessert and my beverage of fish blood, John japed with himself.
Oh, God.
Water. A lack of water was slowly but surely becoming a problem. He had some left, but he was rationing it so precisely that he worked out that he had 1 more month before he was completely out. He needed it to rain badly. He had several barrels open and ready for a downpour. So he's so good at mathematics and supply provisioning that in a few months of preparation, he learned how to do this. In a world where
From reading a book.
From reading a book, in a world where you need maesters to go to the Citadel for years on end, he did this in a few months.
Wait, didn't he also learn High Valyrian in that time?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking shit in High Valyrian here.
To be fair, I think High Valyrian is supposed to be taught at a young age.
That's fair.
No.
Question mark from happening? Yeah, it is a definite question mark moment. Fucking fish, John said as he sat down with a huff and started preparing his dinner. He remembers the first week of his voyage when he nearly burnt down the ship while cooking one of his first captured fish. John chuckled to himself. He was numb to the taste of fish now, and it didn't make a difference what type of fish he caught. It all just ended up tasting the same way. Yeah, you need spices for that shit.
He can't burn down the ship. It's ironwood. That doesn't catch fire.
That's also something I was about to point out, but I was going to read this first. He'd caught the odd turtle here and there, but he wasn't eating them. He's not a monster. What?
What?
Turtle is a thing.
Yeah, all right.
Exodus. When will the fish end? I don't fucking know. He's been talking about fish for the past half the chapter.
My prediction was spot on.
I'm sick of this. But eating turtles, it makes you a monster now? All right. What he would... Shit, I'd eat a turtle too. Dude, he's talking about running out of water and his provisions are getting low. But apparently eating a turtle, never.
Hell, the turtle comes with a built-in bowl.
Exactly. You get a new bowl. which will let you get more water.
Yes, but he's not a monster. Don't you
He's
get
not
it?
a monster though. Come on.
Yeah.
It's 2021, guys. We don't kill turtles anymore. unless your name is Shredder, you have to kill those turtles.
Or Mario.
Or Mario. That's true. What he wouldn't do for one of Gage's famous beef and bacon pies back at Winterfell. The ones with the thick onion gravy and golden crust. I want pie, John screams into the heavens.
I want pie.
Yeah.
Ironic scene change.
Ironic scene change. Yeah, the pastry was soft and crumbly. Oh. As Ned tucks into his supper, one of Gage's best. Remember Gage, the guy who makes this stuff? And with how quiet the rest of the table was being at the moment, they too were thoroughly enjoying their meal. Still didn't ease his concern about what the deserter of the Night's Watch had said earlier today, though, harping on about monsters and walkers. It's all Ned needed right now.
Wait, does that mean John isn't getting Ghost?
I would assume he doesn't have it, but I wouldn't be surprised if this dude does a stupid contrived moment where Ghost teleports or something. or like Ghost was always waiting in Winterfell, and then when John gets there, they become friends.
Yeah, probably that. I mean,
Ghost seasonates to John.
he's getting a better animal in a few chapters, so
I'm pretty sure he will get like
yeah.
a Japanese monkey.
There's no better animal. Ghost is best boy.
Yeah, you're right.
Nope.
I do love Ghost. Ned, Lyanna's brother, beloved brother, the Quiet Wolf, looked to his right and saw Arya staring into her pie and looking miserable. John's departure had affected everybody in the household in some way or the wait, weren't they just enjoying the meal?
Yes.
But Arya had been hit the hardest. She was extremely cold towards Sansa and Theon, with the latter even returning from the yard with a few more bruises thanks to Arya and her collection of snowballs she likes to fill with stone. Okay, no. This is kind of like scary behavior, and she should be punished for that.
Yeah.
It's a straight up abuse.
Stop.
But all right.
I mean, it's Theon, so
It's Theon.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. He is the betrayer, as everybody knows in canon. But anyway,
Technically, Theon is a hostage.
he is a hostage, true. But like,
That doesn't mean he needs to be abused by the children.
yeah, pretty. That's also true.
I mean, at this point, he has every reason to betray the Starks.
Yeah, like if people act surprised when Theon leaves the Starks, like I don't know what to say. The way she was with her mother was a different story. She'd flat. The earth is flat, guys. Refused to go to her embroidery class. I could say that with a straight face. Okay, listen. The earth is not flat. Any flat earthers here are not welcome.
But didn't you know it's on the back of a giant turtle?
Oh no.
That's
That
why you
makes for
don't
a
eat
good
turtles.
story.
That is why you don't eat turtles, or you are a monster.
Yes. Embroidery classing saying it's for old biddies and boring people. She wants to ask Septa Mordain when she plans on shriveling up and crawling back into whatever hole she crawled out of, and has proceeded to pick up the mantle that John had left when it came to purposely pissing off Catelyn. Catelyn, in case you didn't know, Catelyn is the Thunder Cunt. Robb and Bran have been very similar when it comes to Jon's departure, both being quiet and overall not as lively as they used to be. Robb has thrown himself headfirst into his lordly duties, which Ned couldn't be prouder of, but it was a clear way for him to distract himself from the fact that he misses his brother. Sansa seems to have changed the least out of anybody at first glance, but Ned has noticed her trying to hide her disappointment in herself, and it doesn't get easier for her when Arya straight up refuses to talk to her anymore. First of all, straight up. Second of all, Sansa was right.
And third of all, Arya and Sansa didn't talk in the first place.
Yeah. Arya hated Sansa because Sansa and her
Ah.
friend called her
So-
horse face.
Sansa was the only sensible character in this whole story so far.
Yeah, like and she was right about John. He was acting like an uncouth brute who should just leave. Like, just beating the shit out of guards, breaking Theon's nose and a few of his ribs, was it? Like, he was violent.
I thought it was his fingers.
Oh yeah, you're right, his fingers. He broke his fingers.
And don't forget, was it Todd's nose?
Yeah, screw Todd. Nobody likes Todd, alright? Todd is the scapegoat. In fact, I'm gonna do a change in the server after, like the kids table. Instead of that, I'm gonna name it Todd. So anybody who gets muted, it will be called Todd.
Oh, he should have broken the Ironborn's nose.
Yeah, he should continue that tradition. But I mean, throwing him in the water, that's fine. Where were we? Rickon has been running around like a lost puppy, always asking when John was coming home. Theon keeps making snide comments and smirking at his own jokes about John leaving, and Catelyn, well, Catelyn isn't in the slightest remorseful from the whole ordeal. If anything, she thinks the family has just overcome a great upheaval and can now move forward like nothing had happened. Okay. Like
Catelyn also makes some sense in this. Not as much. I mean, she's a screeching banshee most of the time, but
she is the cunt one.
Yes.
This feels like a wrong boy who live thick when it's Nat's perspective.
It really does. I didn't think of it like that. Thank you, Exodus. Always count on you to make good comments there. Informative.
But no, wrong boy who lived fictions usually have. It would have been if Rob had treated John like trash, but that didn't happen here.
True, but I mean, it doesn't require it specifically. Ned had to inform the rest of the family of the scout's findings, or lack of, if he was being honest. He knew Arya was not going to take it well. He turned to Catelyn and quietly spoke to her. Round up all the children after supper and bring them to my solar. Has something happened? Catelyn asked. Everything will be explained in my solar, away from prying ears, Ned replied. The meal had ended, and Ned headed to his soul. Come on, God damn it! How many times are you gonna say this word? To prepare for what he was about to tell the children. They weren't gonna like it one bit, but there was nothing he could do. John was long gone. Sooner than he was prepared for, the children and Cat all made their way into the solar. He could see the questions on their faces already. What's happened, Father? Is it John? Have they found him? Arya asked as soon as she entered the room. Everybody take a seat, and I'll explain everything. Ned replied as everybody took a chair. Oh, they weren't sat this time. Ned sighed and mentally prepared for what was to come. You're correct in thinking this is pertaining to John's whereabouts, Ned answered as he looked at Arya. The last batch of scouts I sent out a moon ago finally returned, but unfortunately they haven't been able to find a conclusive trail of John. I received a raven from Lord Manderley in White Harbor. He, too, has had no reported sightings fitting a man of John's description. Back to this shit. Reports from Castle Black from your Uncle Benjen, the Neck from Lord Reed's personal scouts, and the Crown themselves have all come back negative. John has completely vanished. He could see Arya tearing up, but he had to get through this. The scouts that returned this afternoon said that if John is out there, he's made damn sure they can't follow him. He's being a complete ghost to them. Ghost. And unfortunately, I have come to the difficult decision to call off the search and send the men back to their homes. It's unfair to keep them from their families, trying to find somebody who doesn't want to be found. Ned finished as he looked at the gutted faces of everyone in the room. Gutted. Well, not everyone. You can't. You have to keep looking. Please, Father, Arya screamed with tears running down her face. I'm sorry, Arya, but the decision has been made. If John wants to return home, then he'll come back when he's ready. Ned replied. We can't abandon him. He needs to be here with his family. I miss him so much. Arya looked down As she finished, devastated, didn't even cut it the way Arya was at this point. Didn't even cut it Arya the way Arya was at this point, and her screaming and crying had set Rickon off with the tears as well. Ned, Lyanna's beloved brother, the quiet wolf, felt terrible. Calm down, Arya. You're making your little brother cry.
You are.
Catelyn chided. The total lack of sensitivity amazed Ned at times. The look Arya gave her mother chilled Ned to the bone. This is your fault. But he's gone because of you. I will never forgive you for this. I hate you. Arya screamed at Catelyn as she ran out of the Solar. Ned called to Jory, captain of the household guard, at the end of the corridor and told him to keep an eye on her. He didn't want her doing something stupid. Ned sits back down in his chair with a huff, just before Robb asked him a difficult question. Father, you don't think he's dead, do you? Ned could see the fear in his son's eyes as he asked him that. He needed to shut that kind of thinking down immediately. Shut that kind of thinking down? He's not dead, Robb. It's Jon. He can look after himself. Plus, if he was dead, the scouts would have found something by now, surely. Ned replied, not 100% positive in his own claims, but he was still refusing to believe in the worst-case scenario. Okay, calm down. Jon destroyed a bear after beating the shit out of 3 guards and running all the way to the woods. Well, horseback, but yeah.
Doesn't mean he couldn't be killed by bandits.
You know, bow and arrows are very effective.
You speak as if you have experience, which you probably do. Actually, Dylan, do you I know you do swords, but do you do bows and arrows?
All medieval weapons.
How good are you with bows?
I can hit the target when it's about 40 feet off.
Ah, it's actually pretty good.
But it's not my preferred weapon.
I may ask you for advice on buying a bow eventually, but not now.
Yeah, it'll depend on a lot of factors.
Catelyn timely intervened. Maybe we have to come to the conclusion that Jon is really gone. It's going to impact all of us with the loss, but it's not something that as a family we can't overcome. Maybe hold a ceremony in his memory so that he knows he's not forgotten. We can invite some of the lords to attend. Lords like Lord Karstark and Lord Manderley. They can bring their whole family along with them as well. We'll give Jon a respectable send-off. Catelyn finished with a soft smile on her face. Sansa nodding in agreement.
That's very out of character for his depiction of Catelyn.
Yes. She's never seen her be this sneaky before. Alright? This is strange. Ned knew what she was doing, and it looks like it didn't last. And by the looks of things, so too did Robb. She'd been hinting about betrothals to both Robb and himself. Robb rose from his seat with a scowl on his face aimed at his mother and ushered Bran and Rickon out of his solar, promising them a bedtime story. Ned, Lyanna's beloved brother, couldn't believe her audacity. There was no way it was a coincidence that the 2 houses she mentioned happened to have ladies of a similar age to Robb that weren't betrothed. Catelyn, thoroughly pleased with herself, rises from her seat along with Sansa and started making their way towards the door, whilst tutoring Sansa on to suitably prepare the keep when holding an event and how a lady is supposed to make sure everything is in order. Whoa.
All by going to the door. A full tutor session.
Jesus Christ, I wish I could teach people this quickly. Exodus. They get paid when they fail, so what's so bad in all this for the church? You're right about that. They're getting paid like, $4,000 you said? Ish?
Yeah.
And, they're getting paid. They send the money to their families, and the families live in comfort. But yeah, this is the story we're in now.
Ortho was taking it to the brothel.
Fuck yeah. Why not?
Or maybe Ned is broke now. I mean, if he's spending gold dragons on this the entire time.
Yeah, no wonder the North sucks if Ned is just spending money like this.
Well, to be fair, Ned was never raised to be Lord Warden of the North.
Yeah, that's fair. You're right. You're wasting your time, cat. There won't be a ceremony, Ned muttered. He could feel his veins boiling from anger. Okay. It's closure for the all of us, Ned. The all of us. It's something we all need after this ordeal. Once the funeral is over with, we can, as a family, begin the path to recovery. Catelyn replied, unaware of Ned's rage that at this moment had reached its limit. Oh no, he's no longer going to be the quiet wolf.
His wolf's blood has awoken.
Hell yeah. He's about to awaken. There's
Awaken
not
the
gonna.
wolf.
Yes, he is now no longer the quiet wolf. He is the awakened wolf. There's not gonna be a funeral because nobody has died, and your ridiculous plan to find Rob a wife during this imaginary ceremony won't be happening either. Ned yelled as Catelyn stared straight back with a stone face, while Sansa was taking a step back towards the door. It's going to eat you alive, Ned. The first step of grief is denial. No, that's the river. You need to come to the realization that Jon isn't coming back. Whilst you're stewing in your own misery about the boy, your children are growing up around you, and you're missing out on it all.
Calm down, Catelyn. It's been like 6 moons. This isn't even. Wow.
6 moons, and she's making this entire. This is ridiculous.
Moons. Is that supposed to be a week?
No, it's a month.
A moon is a month.
Like it's a month. Yeah, a year is a name day. Or I mean, I don't. Do they still call them years? I forget.
I think birthday is a name day, but I don't. I think
Yeah, you're right.
years
Birthday is
the
name
year.
day.
Yeah, years
They might
are
still
still
call you.
years.
Okay, that's fair.
And
But
2 weeks
they
is a
use
fortnight.
name days to tell how old people are.
Also, welcome to the stream, Ezio. I don't know if you've been watching from the start, but welcome anyway. Catelyn and Sansa exited the room, but not without Sansa gracing with a concerned smile, which he returned for her sake more than his. For fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you need a possessive and an S after fuck. But yeah, Ned yelled into the empty solar as he launched his chair across the room. Taking deep breaths, he realized he needed to calm down. He needed to pray, and there was only one place he could do that. Grabbing his cloak, he exited his room and walked past a concerned-looking Jory, captain of the guard, if you guys didn't know. Not a word, Ned said to him as he exited to keep into the cold night and made his way towards the Godswood to pray to his gods for too many reasons.
Wasn't Jory supposed to go after Arya?
I
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Jory's not very good at listening.
Jory, the incompetent captain of the household guard.
Well, he did lose in 2 moves to Jamie, so
But to Arya?
Essentially, Sansa was taught during the walk to the door. She moves to the door in fear and exits later during. Yeah, you're right, exits. Like this dude, you can tell this dude has no concept of scene setting and how fast people can talk. This is probably one of those people that thinks in a Dragon Ball Z fight where people are moving faster than sound that they can actually talk to each other.
faster than light.
Faster than light. They can talk to each other though, even though the sound would not reach their ears because they're moving as fast as light.
They're
Yeah.
enhancing their
To be
sound.
fair, telepathy is a thing in Dragon Ball, so
Yeah, but they actually use their mouths, so it's not telepathy, is it?
They're enhancing it with key.
You don't.
They're enhancing the sound waves with key so people can hear them.
Okay. The amount of gymnastics people do, mental gymnastics people do to try to justify this is. Yes, Catelyn can teach as fast as Goku can shout in the middle of a fight, and also relay a sense. Back to Jon. I see this thing here. Like, there's a picture down here, but I'm not gonna display it for everyone just yet. Jon. There was a chill in the air. John could feel it on his face as he laid there on deck, wrapped up in his trusty bear pelt. Remember the bear he killed? The sky was clear today, and the seagulls were flying around in formation in perfect synchronization. It was mesmerizing. Seagulls. Like, seagulls means land. It was one of the many interesting things he'd seen on this trip, and John had seen a lot of things. He'd seen some beautiful things, like the oddly striped fish that looked like it had almost something like bird feathers growing from it. He wanted to catch one and see what it tasted like, but if John was being honest, he was scared of shitting out a lung from poisoning. The oddly striped... Oh, by the way, striped? Not. Okay.
What kind of fish is that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if I click view image, it'll show me what the picture is. It's just cringe. One of the worst pitfalls you see in fan fictions is harems, though. You're right, Ezio. I'm pretty sure someone in this particular list of people will disagree. I'm not going to name names. Oh, it's a lionfish, according to Ezio and Exodus. This
Is
isn't
it
lionfish.
poisonous?
I'm gonna assume it is poisonous, but it could very well be that these
I'm asking Ezio.
Oh yeah, guy. If
it's
you
a
know,
lionfish, he needs to eat it for foreshadowing.
yes, because it's a lionfish. Because he meets. Oh yeah, you're right. It is foreshadowing. You're right. But it could be from what it looks like. I'm assuming this stuff is just for intimidation, but it could be poisonous as well.
It is venomous.
Yeah,
Yep, it is.
He'd seen some odd things, like the dog he saw, or fish. John wasn't too sure what he'd seen that day. They were timid but friendly little creatures. Unfortunately, the moment he'd called out to one, they would dart away. It's a sea lion.
A lot of lion things.
It really are. And then
Oh, it is foreshadowing because he's going to meet Garyon.
Yes.
And then there was the not so pleasant things, like the thick fog he'd sailed through that lasted for nearly 2 weeks. The odd jagged rocks here and there that poked out of the water whilst sailing through. And don't even get him started on the rather long appendage that he swears he saw through the dense fog. Long appendage. That thing gave John nightmares. It was a miracle he'd even got out the other side.
So he saw
Apparently,
Cthulhu.
Exodus, he is on the boat.
Is John on the boat or underwater? Look, man, don't question it.
It's just that the water is so clear, he can see
Yes, the water's
everything
very clear.
underwater.
Yes, through all the fog and everything, the water is clear as hell.
Yes. Even though there's a
The
dense
fog
fog.
only lasted for 2 weeks, though.
Yes. He's been out there for 6 months, right? Like 2 weeks of that. But normally the water is very clear. Thinking back to those memories, John's mind traveled further into the past, getting lost in his thoughts about his siblings was one of his favorite pastimes lately. Remove the T and put the I's with this T here. About Sansa, when she would concentrate so hard on her stitching that the tip of her tongue would peek out of her mouth. Why are you thinking about Sansa's mouth and her tongue? Or Bran?
It's the Targaryen coming through.
I mean, oh right, no, it was Elia. It wasn't Lyanna who said.
It's one of those blue-green waters, isn't it? Yes. Or Bran, who nearly gave John a heart attack when he decided to take a shortcut outside by climbing out of John's bedroom window. Or Rob, when he used to wake John up on a morning with a handful of snow to the face and a body slam for good man. Holy crap, Rob! Like, no wonder John is the most badass muscle dude in existence. Yo,
Rob woken up with body slams in the morning.
like, imagine if I just showed up to your house, just entered your room, and was like, "Wakey, wakey!" Throw snow at your face and just fucking body slam you. Like, I just suplex you to the ground. Just wake up, you little shit.
Reminds me of Bleach.
Seriously, it's like, yeah, Ichigo's father attacking you every morning. This is... Oh my god. You can tell, yeah. Of course, it's Rising Sun, Japan, Bleach. He's guy watches anime like it's crazy. Like it's out of style. Like it's going out of style. That's the word. He thought about little Rickon, who he still to this day didn't understand what it was that he saw when he looked at John with a face full of awe. He thought of Arya, his biggest supporter. He hopes she's still soldiering on, being the biggest pain in the arse to her parents that she can possibly be, and hopes she's still turning a blind eye to the Septim Ordained's poisonous teachings and beliefs. There was Theon. He can fuck off as far as John was concerned. Damn, Theon won't catch a break in this thing, will he? And then came their parents, Catelyn Tully Stark.
They don't hyphenate.
He didn't hyphenate, first of all, but he also... Okay, he didn't actually use hyphen. He did hyphenation wrong. Hyphenating names wrong. He did it wrong in the first place. But she's not...
When she married Ned, she ceased to Tully.
Yeah. This is all your fault, Ryle.
How is it my
You didn't do
fault?
anything, but I blame you for it. I blame you for this. Not the prejudice, the Tully Stark. But yes, Catelyn Tully Stark was prejudiced. She was vindictive. She was a borderline extremist when it came to her twisted beliefs. And she was a bitch.
No. It's supposed to be cunt.
Yes, why is she? Hate is a strong word. John hated her. Nothing much else to it. I mean, you could just say despise, loathe.
No, he just hates her.
He hates her. It's like how I hate fish. And then there was his father, the Honorable Lord Eddard Stark, Lyanna's brother, beloved brother.
The quiet
No longer
wolf.
the quiet wolf, but now the awakened wolf. He thought I was going to say quiet wolf, but not anymore. A man who at face value was the most upstanding person you'll ever meet, but to John, he was a man guilty of lies and secrets, a man guilty of negligence. Didn't you just say you loved him in the letter?
Yeah.
After blaming him for the entire letter.
Yeah, like I don't know how to. Okay, what on earth? Earth had Ned
Earth.
Stark. I don't know. It's Earth. That's Earth now. Done to deem it necessary to hide the identity of John's mother away from him. Am I the product of rape? Am I the bastard son of a woman who was already married at the time I was conceived? Did Lord Stark cuckold someone? Did Lord Stark? Okay. If I wasn't too lazy to do highlights, I'd put this like at the start of the entire thing. Did Lord Stark cuckold somebody? And then I start the stream. Hey guys, what's up? Oh God! Please don't be Catelyn's crazy sister. John shuddered. Catelyn's crazy sister.
How does he even know her?
You shouldn't know her. Like you should know she exists, but not
know she's
that she's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, like you shouldn't be able to know she's crazy. Even Catelyn didn't know she was crazy until she saw what happened to her.
Maybe the bear told him.
Please, John, don't kill me. I know secrets. What kind of secrets? Catelyn has a crazy sister. Fuck, everybody can know that. Catelyn herself is crazy, and then he thrust the dirk into its eye.
Maybe John had dragon dreams.
Yeah, it's possible. Because he's a secret Targaryen. His actual name is not John, but Jaehaerys. 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 I don't even know how you're supposed to pronounce those. It's whatever.
I mean, honestly, that is a better name than giving him Aegon like Season 8 did.
Oh yeah, that was stupid. Like they
It's
already
gotta
had
be-
an Aegon, but they named him Aegon anyway.
If it's gonna be a Dark John, you should name him Daemon.
Yeah, like exactly. Because he's that dude was insane.
No, that was one of the best Targaryens.
It's whatever. Is this a Valley Girl? Like, are you a Valley Girl now, John? No. It's all in the past now. Nothing he can do about it. His mother might as well be the fucking queen at this point.
Funny.
It wasn't gonna change anything. As much as he tries to keep a positive outlook for the future, he wasn't naive. John was pretty sure he was gonna die soon. He'd seen no boats, no people, no land. There was nothing. Just an endless horizon for half a year. Bro, you just saw birds. Didn't you read in your book that birds mean land?
He skipped
He
that
didn't read
chapter.
that part.
Hey, probably just skipped the chapter because he was too busy breaking Theon's nose or something.
He was more interested in the fish.
Really was. He couldn't return back. Wait, no. Return back? Return. This is unnecessary. A lack of supplies would finish him off. Yeah, it's like my name. Zero rewind. Wind back. Rewind. Whatever. Would finish him off before he even saw Westeros again. And he'd still have to sail back through the massive jagged rocks and dense fog he only just survived by sheer luck on the way here. So his logic that nobody reached the what's it called is that there are jagged rocks that destroy everything.
And Cthulhu.
And Cthulhu. Because he saw that tentacle.
Yeah.
Hey, to be fair, there are Krakens.
Yes, they're called Greyjoys.
No, there are real Krakens in A Song of Ice and Fire.
You're a kraken. I'm just kidding. John rubbed his face in resignation, brushing his fingers through his thick beard that he was rather proud of if he was being honest.
At 14.
14 years old. Well, no, 14 and a half now. It's been 6 months, all right? He's growing into a man. He has a thick beard. I'm surprised they didn't show a picture of him with his thick beard.
They do in the next
They
chapter.
saw in season 8.
Yeah, he does have a beard there, doesn't he? Well, it's not a super beard, but, you know.
It's kind of patchy.
He knew it needed a trim, and so did his hair, hanging past the top of his shoulders. He'd ended up tying it in a bun, something he'd never done before, and he still wasn't sure if he liked it or not. Regardless, it needed cutting for what it was worth in the long run. You're gonna die, what does it matter? With a sigh, John closed his eyes and listened to the sound of the waves. It always lulled him, and he would nod off pretty easily. It wasn't the only thing that helped him sleep. The sound of water splashing, or of the waves rocking the boat like his mother would rock him to sleep when he was a baby, if she wasn't a phantom from John's dreams. Get over it. The sound of the odd seagull cawing in the distance. All right, one of you do a caw.
No.
No, nobody? If I say please, will you do it?
No.
I don't even remember what a seagull sounds like.
The flapping of
Me
his
neither.
boat's sails and the distant shouting of fellow sailors.
I like how he continues narrating just to avoid having to cough. All right. Wait. John's eyes shot open as he jumped to his feet and looked in the direction the shouts were coming from. In the distance, about 150 yards away, he could see an odd-looking sailboat. Hell yeah, we're about to see civilization. It had an awning of sorts built right in the middle of it, and underneath it there were two people shouting and waving their arms in his direction. Pirates. Or so John thought. As he prepared for an attack, grabbing his sword that was leant against the main mast, the odd-looking boat gently coasted towards the side of his. He was higher up than them, on deck, so he got a good view of them. They looked nothing like pirates. They looked different in a way he couldn't describe. Yeah, they looked...
Yes, you could.
John, you filthy gaijin.
He couldn't describe it. They're ethereal. Also, see? Ezio. I can rely on Ezio. I asked someone to call, and he called for me.
No, that's not the sound a seagull makes.
Okay, I don't think any of us can make the sound of a seagull with our voice boxes. We're not able to. The two men were looking up at him with friendly expressions, but also seemed to be working him out as well. Working him out? Are they spotting him in the gym? Like, what's going on here? The man on the right shouted up at him in a language totally foreign to John, so all he could do was shrug his shoulders, point to his mouth, and shake his head.
So now they think you are mute.
Exodus. The lack of description would have worked in any other books, but I feel like the writer was just lazy there. You're right. You're right. The man seemed to realize the situation and started talking with signs as well. He pointed to himself, then pointed to John, and then finally pointed towards the horizon while nodding his head. Confused, John looked at where the man was pointing, and his eyes grew wide. They wanted him to follow them in the direction they were pointing, to land, the actual land. Oh my god, I did it. I actually did it, John thought. Oh, as his heart threatened to burst. Land of boy. What is this?
A broken link.
I know that, but like, should I try to load it?
Yeah. I'm curious what the picture is of.
Copy image address. I'll just copy paste it. Nope, file not found. All right.
Oh.
Wait. What's it called? It's just a bunch of numbers. Never mind. Oh, it's already done. Yeah, okay. The Lyric translator used Lingo Jam English to. This is what you were mentioning before, right?
Yep.
Should we try it? Let's see.
No, let's look at the comments first.
Yeah, comment first, then we try it, and then do the closing thing.
Here's your seagulls.
Thank you.
Yeah, no one's making that sound.
Okay, calm down. I don't even know what this means. Is this the Valyrian shit?
Probably.
I think the last time we could not find a translation for that.
Yeah, we couldn't.
Oh yeah, fuck it, I totally forgot.
It's gibberish.
Where John arrived to the Iron Islands at the Cape of Eden. Is he serious? Okay, he read the chapter. The title of the story is Rising Sun, which is a reference to Japan. He sees people he can't quite describe, speaking a language he doesn't understand. And this guy...
And it paints Iron Islands.
Iron Islands or the Cape of Eagles. Lingo Jam is a bad translator. Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Every translator is a bad translator.
That's true enough. He's a lot further out than the Iron Islands. You'll get a good idea where he is the next chapter. Fucking God.
I don't know. My Yoda translator is pretty good.
Great chapter. I cannot wait for another. Is it, though? I mean, it's funny, but it's not great.
Was that you, Myth, that put that?
Yeah, it must have been Myth.
No. My AO3 name is still Mythology 216.
Oh, okay. Why the 216, by the way? Never asked.
Because if you take the Mark of the Beast 666 and you instead multiply the digits, you get 216.
Multiply by what?
So if you take 6 times 6 times 6, you get 216.
Oh, okay.
That's super dumb.
6 cubed. Nice chapter. Can't wait for another one. These are like some of my own reviews that I get on my stories, except I don't feel like they're deserved. Every time. Besides the modern King Targaryen Stark. Besides the modern sayings here and there, and clearly you not liking Catelyn and just wanting to bash her character, this was pretty good. Like, despite the story being completely awful and horrifying, this was good.
It's pretty good.
Would have liked to know what each letter said, though.
What was bashing Catelyn, though? I mean, it's sort of in character. She prayed over his body when he was like 5 to die, didn't she?
Yes, but she also dreamed.
She did pray for him to die, but once it happened, she repented and prayed for him to live.
Yeah.
But then she broke her promise to the gods to treat him as her own son.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why her family went to shit.
Pretty much. I mean...
That's what she thinks, anyway.
So interesting. Can't wait for more. Great story. And the plot is interesting. Writing and the pace of the story is good. In some. Okay, so it's
what?
sometimes good. Waiting for update. Like Nightmare, if you see this, like if you compare your story to this and someone telling you that this story has pacing good enough to match your own, like how would you feel? I would be pissed. Great chapter. Super Saiyan Mr. 11. Liking the direction so far. Hope there will be more updates. In this fic, I could see him and Rhaenys together. He seemed like the swashbuckling type, and Dornish women have always enjoyed a good rogue. I love this. I want pie! Okay, this was funny. This was a good, funny moment.
I want pie!
Please don't be Catelyn's crazy sister. Oh, please, Lysa, ask John's mother. Don't worry, honey, it's not Lysa, John. I promise you. How can you promise these things? You don't even write this, Uli73.
We already know she's not John's mother.
Okay, I have read this.
Read this in French. With a French accent.
Okay, I'll do it in French, right? No, please, not Lysa as John's mother. Don't worry, honey, because it's not Lysa, John, I promise you. Okay, I have read this magnificent fanfic before. Magnificent fanfic. Give me a second here to stomp down on my anger. A Frenchman's anger is something to be frightened about. But I discover something new and brilliant every time I read it. Thank you so much for writing it. Thank you. Magnificent, new and brilliant.
How many kudos does this story have?
Oh, let's see.
Too many.
You got 6,422 kudos. 400,000, almost 400,000 hits.
313,890 words. 35 chapters, not 34. I was wrong.
Yeah. Exodus. There are no negative review here. Definitely makes it seem like the author paid off the reviewers or he deleted the negative reviews. Can you delete reviews on here?
You can stop them from showing up until you approve them.
That?
Also, there are some negative reviews. I mean, he did say too many modern sayings and stuff.
Yeah, but he also in the same breath, in the same breath, he said it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yes,
but I think in the first chapter or like the next chapter, there's something like this is trash.
All right, so we have two choices. We could keep going, or we could stop for now. What do you guys think?
I'm good to keep going.
We could go for the "Kill Me If You Can" fanfiction.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we could switch.
I checked on my own story, and you can delete comments.
Wow. So okay.
That would explain so much.
It would. All right, so kill me if you can then. Shit. Maybe you got the link for that? I mean, oh, it's probably in the Discord. Let me look.
Yeah.
Discord, Garbage Fire, kill me if you can. Yes, our channel for garbage fan fictions is Garbage Fire Fiction. This doesn't just have to be fan fiction, by the way. You can also put actual fiction, original.
Yeah, but not.
I wouldn't feel as good about that.
You kind of get into copyright.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where,
You're right.
I mean, I do have one I would like to read, but probably not here in the stream on YouTube.
Oh no, we can do something like, yeah, we can do the stuff that'll get us banned in just private chat. Okay, let's make this bigger slightly. So I don't like any of these. Oh, fuck it. Actually, no, I'll go with Georgia. I like Georgia.
Helvetica is the best. What are you talking about?
I write in Georgia. My book is in Georgia. I didn't notice Georgia was in the list. Anyway, this fan fiction is called "Kill Me If You Can" by Percy Pendragon 3. It's a friendship romance. M-rated with Harry, Daphne, Fleur, Tracy. Written in November 27, 2020, so that's pretty recent. Updated.
Last updated
Oh,
a
4
few
days
days
ago.
Oh.
Oh, this is the gift that will keep on giving then. All right. Percy Pendragon. Before entering Hogwarts, Harry already has a unique power with which he can conquer the world, but he doesn't want that. He seeks to defeat death and become immortal. This is the story of Harry, who wants to be the best in the world, who seeks immortality, who wants to be remembered for centuries. Super godlike Harry. Harry/Malty. Hey, Dylan would like this.
So, Zero, should
Hello.
we switch between every
Would
member
you like
here
to
in the
read?
stream to read? I mean, you have to.
Rest my
Oh.
throat. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
All right, you read.
All right.
You have to read the
Author's
author's
notes.
note. Yeah.
I am J.K. Rowling, and I am writing fanfictions to get redemption for insulting the trans community. No, I am not being sarcastic. I am really J.K. Rowling. I have millions of pounds and no free time, but I will still write for you. But still, let's be a little cautious and believe I am not J.K. Rowling, so my publishers won't trouble me. Happy reading.
I'm insulted.
This is fucked up.
A 6-year-old boy with black hair and diminishing green eyes was lying in the playground. Diminishing.
Diminishing.
I thought they were emerald green.
What are they disappearing out of existence? What's going on?
The sun was half sunken behind the horizon. Crimson light was fading into black. Today has been really a bad day for him. He had been beaten by his uncle, and if that wasn't enough, his cousin and his friends had shown extra enthusiasm in Harry hunting today. Now he was lying with some sore muscles and broken bones. He wasn't sure if he could stand if he even wanted to. The darkness in his vision was increasing. The darkness wasn't bad, but the exact opposite. It was enticing. He wished if he could plunge into that silent darkness and lose his consciousness permanently. He wished he knew how to. Just as the last glimmer of light was merging with the darkness. How many times are you going to say right, darkness? Someone shook his shoulder.
Shit, let's count them. Darkness. 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 Darkness.
Couldn't you just do find in page and get the count?
I could, but I mean, I'm not gonna. That's too boring. You have to count them normally.
His eyes widened and the darkness faded. 5. He looked at the face of the blonde little girl hovering over him. She was looking at him with a strange expression. He would later come to know that it was sympathy.
He's never known
Poor
sympathy,
Harry
guys.
has never known sympathy.
Wait, Exodus. The darkness part sounds like something Dylan would say.
Dylan, did you write
Hey,
this?
hey, stop making fun of my taste.
I mean, is it possible that you could have written this? Are you?
I'm better than this. I haven't written a single thing, and I can do better than this.
All right,
To be fair, probably yes.
that's fair.
Are you okay? She asked, touching his broken, bloodied nose. Because that's what you do.
I like to touch people's bloody noses on a regular basis, even though we're in a pandemic.
He winced and she pulled back her hand. I am okay, he said in a hoarse voice as he sat up facing her. Her blonde hair was pulled back into a ponytail. Her sapphire eyes were looking at him with concern. Sapphire, yes. At least it's not orbs. With limpid tears. You don't look so, she mumbled as she handed him a water bottle. Drink, she said. Harry eyed the bottle suspiciously. Never had ever someone offered him something. He finally took the bottle and gulped down the water greedily. Thank you, he said in a small voice as he handed back her bottle. She beamed at him. Harry smiled an uncertain smile. Now, will you run away with me? She asked excitedly.
What's going on here? You just give him a bottle, and apparently this is a setup for him to run away with her. Jesus Christ.
Makes perfect sense. Why do you want to run away? He asked, playing along. She bit her lower lip as if she didn't know she should tell him. Do you believe in magic? She finally asked. Harry's eyes widened comically. The truth was he wanted to believe in magic, but knew it was just a childish wish. He shook his head. She looked sad. Oh. I believe in magic. I think I have magical powers, she said. Harry looked dumbstruck. He wanted to laugh at her, but knew he shouldn't after all. She had helped him. After all, yes. I believe if I stay at home, then bad people will come for me and they would hurt my parents. I love them. I don't want them to get hurt. Yes, tell how often you love your parents.
Really, huh? Tell the orphan you love your parents.
Hey, she doesn't know he's an orphan, does she?
I mean, this is...
That's fair.
Aren't the Dursleys famous for their delinquent...
Oh, yeah, you're right. They are famous for the delinquent orphan they have as a...
Does she live in the same area, though?
Why would a 6-year-old girl be far away from her
Tourists.
area? In Little Drive, tourists.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't go to Privet Drive as a tourist. Come on.
No.
Yes, they want to see all the neat and orderly houses.
Oh, God. Okay, Ezio said, where did she come from? I thought the author would go with the accidental magic trope. I thought so, too. What does that say? That moment when you see a person with a bloodied nose and want to run away with them. Yeah, I know. Relatable. Very relatable.
Yeah. I believe if I stay at home... No, wait.
Which one is it?
I don't...
Magical power? Yeah, she loves the parents.
Yeah, okay. Harry looked confused. Why do you think bad people will come after you, he asked. She looked at him as if he just asked a stupid question. You could say she had a dude you're so retarded look on her face. This was a My Immortal reference, by the way. Haven't you read stories? There are always bad people coming after unique girls, she replied.
Unique girls? Unique girls.
She'd be reading the X-Men.
She's not like other girls.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no! I'm not like other girls, she said as she sipped on pumpkin spice lattes.
She replied. Harry laughed bitterly. He wanted to tell her that life wasn't a story. Life was a journey to become strong. Life was a mess. It was a heaven for the strong and hell for the weak. There were no heroes or villains. There was no happily ever after. But he decided to tell a lie to this privileged girl. Calm down,
That's
Harry.
pretty edgy.
Jesus,
Are you sure this wasn't you,
Isn't he
Dylan?
like 6 years old here?
Yes, he's 6.
Dylan.
Are you
Wow.
sure this wasn't you?
Dylan?
Explain
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure.
Alright. Oh,
What's
we
the
should-
name of the author?
Warlock, can you pull?
We should be nicer to Dylan. Oh, bruh. Nightmare, are you playing games? Get out of here. You're out. I don't want you anymore. He's playing Dota.
When you must become strong to protect them, you must become a hero, he said with a smile. Her lips twitched and she smiled brightly.
What is the name of the author for this fic?
Percy Pentagon 5 or
Yes,
something.
Percy
I would
Pendragon.
never choose a name like that.
All right, no, I don't know about that. You have Lord Shiva. You can be a Pendragon.
I might use Pendragon, but I wouldn't use Percy.
That's fair.
You are right. I will protect them. But what will happen to you? Do you want to come to my house? My parents are doctors. They will treat your wounds, she asked. Where's the question? Oh, right. Harry shook
Moving
his head.
fast here, already inviting him to meet the boss.
Yeah, like, this is great. If a woman told me she wanted me to meet her parents, okay, I'd be 6 years old and I'd be very scared.
Not Harry, bro. No, I'm fine. I need to go.
My people need me.
He said, and with a last smile, he turned his back on her and started walking to his relative's house. The girl looked at him sadly. She didn't even know why she was sad. Hey, what is your name? She yelled at his back. He stopped and turned. Harry, my name is Harry, he said, and again started walking. The girl pouted in annoyance. How rude, he didn't ask my name. My name is Jasmine, she yelled again. He didn't acknowledge her and continued his walk. Begun thought. The girl sighed and started for her house. He was a nice boy, she smiled. Because
ignoring the girl who just told you her name is nice.
Yeah, totally. But we will see how nice Harry is in the
A nice boy. Jesus Christ.
next scene.
Wait, hold on. Ezio, not as bad as mine. I had Death the End. Death the End?
Defiant. I thought you would have answered with James Bond. Pigeon, where's Aladdin? Who's Aladdin? Oh, right, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Where is Aladdin? But nobody knows. I'm so confused here right now. He's a nice boy, even though he ignored her, didn't acknowledge her, didn't ask for her name.
Walk
Her name
away.
is Jasmine, but there's no mention of the Sultan, or Jafar, or the genie, or Aladdin.
Harry stayed awake at night in his cupboard. The word magic kept popping into his head. Can magic be real? Was that girl telling the truth about her powers? He closed his eyes and half-heartedly tried to conjure magic. His hands tingled, but nothing happened. He concentrated more. The pressure started increasing on the tips of his fingers. His face was red from trying. He was sweating, but nothing was happening. With a last try, he gave it his all. He stifled his shriek when he saw what was above his fingertips. A golden mist was surrounding his fingers. It kept swirling around his fingers. Oh, now we replaced darkness with fingers. It was warm to touch. It was soothing. Harry beamed at the mist. So magic is real. It means now I can be strong and will not have to bow down to anyone.
Oh my God.
I will have to thank Jasmine tomorrow, although he would not find her anytime soon. How nice to know that. He guided the mist around the small cupboard. He willed the mist to glow. A golden light filled the dark cupboard. Harry chuckled. The mist suddenly slammed on his body, throwing him on his mattress. It seeped inside his body, making Harry shiver. Sure. He's 6 years old, Zero.
Oh, man. This dude is writing a weird story. This isn't me, this is him, 100%.
It seems it will be hard to control, but I will do it. I will not be weak again. 1 year later.
He is now 7. Or was it 7?
Yes.
Today will be the day. Today is going to be special, Harry decided. He was cooking breakfast for his relatives. One by one, his relatives sat for the breakfast. At least they sat, they weren't sat.
Yeah, they sat. Yes, I like this. I like this.
Harry boy, we are hungry, Vernon yelled. Harry smirked. He put plates filled with breakfast in front of them. Filled with food, not with breakfast.
Hey, they're
He sat on a remaining chair and started eating. Why are you sitting on the chair? Why are you even eating before us? Who gave you the permission? Vernon yelled.
How dare you be in my presence?
Petunia glared at him while Dudley was confused from his behavior. Yes. Listen, you fat lumps of waste. From today you leave me alone, and I will leave you alone. If you even try to inconvenience me, I will kill you, Harry said in a cold voice. 7-year-old.
7-year-old saying in a cold voice. Yeah, like threatening death.
Also, inconvenience is a big word for a 7-year-old, isn't it?
Yeah, like, how did he learn all this? Fat lumps of waste? Where do you learn this at 7 years old? This is the part. This part here. Why are you even eating before us? How dare you stand in our presence? This is so over the top. I just love it. Also, you know, these are the archetypes for the abusive Dursleys. Vernon yells, Petunia glares, and Dudley is confused.
Right now, no, usually Dudley is also beating Harry
He's
up.
also either angry or confused.
But
What the
he's
hell
always
did you?
confused.
What the
anger is-
hell did you just say? Vernon yelled. His face was turning purple. He was clutching the table as if he would throw the table at him. Silence! He yelled back, banging his palm on the table, making the plates clatter.
Table is now the new darkness.
A golden mist left his body and surrounded his relatives. The mist suddenly turned red. All three of them... Oh, Dylan left.
Oh, Dylan.
All three of them fell off the chair and screamed. It was as if every nerve of their body was on fire. Harry absorbed back the mist just after a couple of seconds. He smiled at them. They were whimpering and trembling. Their pitiful sounds were melodic. They were staring at him as if he was a devil.
I think he refreshed this page at the stream. You good?
there
Dylan?
you
An accident.
Welcome back, Dylan. Did you read this part?
What? No.
Basically, Harry used the Cruciatus curse on the Dursleys.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's not.
One
It's,
was
except
pretty
it's called the Red Mist, not a Cruciatus. Even though it's red.
Yes, but
should
it's
just have
as
mist
if
of
every
darkness.
nerve of the body was on fire. I mean,
Yes.
this is the Cruciatus. I hope this was enough. It will be really inconvenient to kill you all. See ya later. I'm taking the spare bedroom as my bedroom.
I should take the master room.
Seriously.
Like,
What?
it'll be inconvenient to kill you all. See you later. I'm taking the spare room.
I mean, at this point, you could put the Dursleys into the cupboard if you want.
But, like,
I'm not sure Vernon would fit.
you know,
Petunia.
Vernon would not fit, but yes, Petunia would. You are correct here, sir. Should I? Can I do it now? I wanna,
Sure.
please.
Have to do it in a
you
French
wanna.
accent.
A French accent.
Yes, it's Harry Potter. Must be French.
All right. Harry Potter. Harry was 11 years old now. The last 4 years have been good to Harry. He was the king in the house. He did what he wanted to do and punished the Dursley, occasionally so that they couldn't forget their place. Harry was staring at the letter in his hand. So there are others like me. There is even a school. Let's see what they can teach me. I should keep my powers secret for now.
Keep that in mind.
Should keep my powers secret. Okay. Yes.
That
The
that's
next day-
not filmed with confidence.
Pigeon. Good Yenga exercise. What the heck? The next day, a middle-aged woman came into the house. She was the epitome of a strict-looking teacher. She saw him, and her eyes softened for a second, but regained her professional stare. I wonder who this could be. Oh wait. I hope you had a good time growing up here. I am Professor McGonagall, the deputy headmistress of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, he said. The Dursleys looked anywhere but at her. Yeah, my relatives are okay, Harry said. What?
Yeah, my relatives are great.
He conditioned them.
It is good to hear that, though I wanted myself to raise you, but the headmaster denied me, he explained. Harry's eyes widened in surprise.
Yes. Because that doesn't come from nowhere.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is going on here? I wanted to raise you myself. Okay. Thank you. Why would you want me? Are you a relative of mine? He asked dubiously. Not exactly. Your parents were my favorite students. Your dad was even my apprentice. Apprentice. La France. He smiled. I am French. Harry smiled coldly. Why did the headmaster deny you? He thought it was good for you to grow up in a normal environment, away from the fame of the boy who lived.
No, not we. From the fame of Boy Who Lived.
Oh yeah, you're right. From the fame of Boy Who Lived. Sorry, I correct things as I read them. Like I don't even notice that there's no the because my mind just inserts it there.
I couldn't comprehend that someone wouldn't put it there.
Yeah, like it doesn't even register. When if you had to point it out for me to notice it. Harry asked the meaning of that and was surprised to learn that he was a celebrity in the wizarding world. He also learned that his parents sacrificed their lives for him. At this, he sent a meaningful glance at the elder Dursleys, who had said they had died in a car accident.
Wait, he's had him trained for 4 years.
And they never told him, yes.
Isn't it accident? Or something
Yeah,
like that?
but I'm trying to. You know the thing where French people try to speak English and try to pronounce it correctly, but they end up messing up sometimes and not messing up other times?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Good excuse.
It's not an excuse, it's an explanation. Okay, Exodus. So far, Harry has had an offer to run away with a girl and be raised by a teacher. Everyone is so forward with him. Dude, I don't even know how to explain this right now.
You're going to see how forward Harry is in a few minutes.
Oh God, that does not fill me with confidence.
We should go now to buy your things from Diagon Alley, she said. Harry nodded, and they separated to Diagon Alley. Harry hunched over and tried not to empty his stomach. You will get used to the feeling, she said in an amused voice. I don't think so, Harry thought. She conjured a cap and handed it to him. Yeah, of course. This is so fan fiction. This is 100% fan fiction. Conjured a cap, just because this next part. Because book 1 he gets mobbed, and so to not deal with that, writing that scene, they write this.
At least McGonagall is smart.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's McGonagall.
Well,
I prefer Hagrid, to be honest. All right, no more French. I'm done. Hide your scar. We don't want to be mobbed, she said, and Harry nodded, though he was a little skeptical about it. We should go to Gringotts. There's a T here. It is the Wizarding Bank managed by the goblins, she said as she led the way.
Are we going to get a lordship?
I don't fucking know. It's good. We could.
Of course.
You know that I don't have a bank account, right? He asked as he followed her. Of course you have. You are the heir to the noble and ancient house of Potter.
Sorry, Zero.
Your parents were very rich, she replied. I didn't know that, he glared at the ground. Yes, we know you don't know anything about your parents. You should buy books to educate yourself about Wizarding World, she advised. This feels like
Jon Snow.
Rorschach talking. What are you saying, Ryle?
Like Jon Snow. He also learned all that shit from books.
Yeah. How to dance in a book. You put your hand on her hip and the other hand, what was it, like in her own? Yeah. I don't know how to dance.
Me neither.
I tried reading from books, but I'm not as good at Jon Snow at learning from books. Harry nodded and entered the bank. The teller asked for a key, and the professor presented it. Why did she have the key to my vaults? He asked her that. Headmaster Dumbledore gave it to me, though I think it belongs to you. Here, have it. Why did he need to ask her that for her to give him the key?
Why did he think that and then ask her? Why not just say, hey, why do you have my key? Instead
Look,
of...
man.
Is this
we don't
Dumbledore
know.
stole some money?
She may have been planning to give it to him after visiting the vault to begin with.
That's fair. She said, handing him his key. The ride down the tracks was exhilarating, because they have to be, because he's a child and he loves roller coasters. Though Professor may deny it.
This guy really hates articles.
Yes. Hates articles, hates writing sentences correctly. Though, come on here. When he looked in his vaults, his jaw was wide open. The vault was a small room filled with heaps of gold, silver, and bronze. Seeing this reaction, the goblin provided another shock. This is just Joshua's fault.
Why would the
family.
goblin willingly provide this information?
Yeah, like if I was the goblin, I'd be like, I wouldn't say anything. Wait for
I
the
bet it's
question.
good goblins.
Yeah, they must be good goblins. Your family vault is many, many times bigger than this. Harry was in daze. He was fucking rich.
Dylan?
What?
Did you write this? He was powerful. What else does he need? He filled the bottomless bag provided by the goblin with the coins. Why do goblins provide bottomless bags? Like, they don't have wanded magic to be able to create bottomless bags.
Because he's Harry Potter,
Look,
heir
man.
of the ancient and noble house of Potter.
He was in a nice mood when he left the bank. What did Snake laugh? He was in a nice mood. I hope nothing ruins it. The next 2 hours were spent buying books and materials required for school. The last shop was for buying wands. I will go buy you an owl while you get your wand. Consider that as an early birthday present. She smiled and went off.
Wait. I think McGonagall's a little more responsible than Hagrid. She's leaving a kid.
It's the wand shop with Ollivander. Everyone trusts Ollivander.
But he could wander off after getting the wand.
Harry also grinned. This will be the first time anyone will give him a gift. Smiling, he went into the wand shop. But yeah, you're right. Like I prefer like okay, this is this author forcing the Hedwig encounter.
I mean, she only lasts 6.5 books anyway.
Not even 6.5. She
6
dies at
and a
the
quarter.
beginning of book 7.
I wonder if he'll name her plot armor, because that's what she was. But yes,
He needs a good snake, not an owl.
oh yeah, isn't that another trope? Gets a snake,
Yeah.
displays
Yeah.
So he can
I read a
put
story like that
Carson
today,
to good use.
where he has a snake familiar.
Hey,
even
to be fair,
I do that.
I'm about to say, to be fair, you did that too.
Yeah. At least my snake was a douchebag.
Just because it's a trope does not mean it's bad.
Yeah.
I,
That's fair.
I like that trope.
I kind
Don't
of
say
like it, but I feel ashamed of myself when I look at that trope now. Feeling shame is very important.
Why? That Jenny scene was hilarious as hell.
Okay, that was funny. and we'll probably not mention that here because it might get me banned.
I didn't say what happened.
It's good. It's good. Hello, a voice said just before an elderly man walked into the room. I was wondering when I would see you, Mr. Potter. It seemed only yesterday your mother was buying her first wand, 10¼ inches. Oh, okay. Of willow with a unicorn hair for her core. Excellent for charms work. Your father, on the other hand, had an 11-inch mahogany wand. Mahogany. With a dragon heartstring. His wand was better suited for transfiguration. Oh, thank you for this information about what wands are good for what.
It's
That's
just
actually
from a book.
canon. Yeah,
I know. But I just like the way he writes this entire paragraph.
yeah.
This is copy and paste from the book.
I know, but like the way... I don't know how to explain it.
All right.
The delivery.
Yeah, that's the word. Ollivander
No.
said as he... Was it?
The way Ollivander says this, it implies that wizards and witches go through multiple wands.
Yeah, exactly.
But everyone we actually see in canon keeps the same wand for the whole series.
Well, except
To be
at the
fair,
end.
most of them are school children.
I mean, technically, Harry has the Elder Wand at the end. He just doesn't
Well,
use
Harry's
it
the
anymore.
exception.
Well, no, he snaps the wand, doesn't he?
No, Ron
No.
went through 2 wands.
He seals it into the tomb of Dumbledore.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
snapping it was in the movie.
Yeah, you're right. I keep mixing those two.
Yes, I hated that part.
I would have been fine with it if he had fixed his wand first, like he did in the book.
I just didn't like the idea of this thousands of year old artifact was that fragile.
You know, the story I'm writing with Draco. At
Mhm.
that point, he is currently the master of the wand, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I wrote that. That'll be important. Anyway, as he began looking around shelves for a wand, he picked one up and gave it to Harry. Just give that a wave, he instructed. Harry frowned, but did end up accidentally destroying a vase. Oh crap, Harry said under his breath.
Also, what about the tape measurements from his hand,
Yeah,
and what is your wand hand? And
Skip that part. This is
No,
from the
don't.
movie.
Don't forget your nose. He measures your nose too.
Yep. Probably not that one. Because have you seen the movie scene?
yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's exactly what he's doing. Like he mixed both.
I've seen the first 4 movies, but not the other ones.
Honestly, it's good to stop
At
at the
least
fourth.
he's trying to make it his own.
Yeah.
The
Ezio,
thing
bro,
you didn't see
really using
hundreds.
stuff like that? Oh, Ezio knows. He knows. He knows about what happened. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ruining your view of me. Don't hate me. Probably not that one, Ollivander said dryly as he took the wand out of Harry's hand before waving his own wand to repair the vase. After an hour of trying different wands, Harry finally found a match. It was made of holly, 11 inches long, and contained a single feather from the tail of a phoenix.
Really? There's a trope where they change the wand. I was expecting it.
No wand changes here, sir. Mr. Ollivander had been
The
very
quote here is
surprised.
that Harry doesn't actually need the wand, so the wand's
Yeah,
on
he-
it.
Yeah, he could he throw mist everywhere. Like, what's the point of a wand at this point?
To keep his secret.
Oh yeah, it's the secret.
Remi-
Yeah.
I have to remind you of that.
That Harry had been so compatible with this wand. Curious, he had said. Curious. And not until Harry asked what was curious had Mr. Ollivander explained that the phoenix feather in Harry's wand had come from the same bird that had supplied the core of Lord Voldemort. He went out with a bewildered look on his face.
Dun,
What the
dun,
hell was
dun.
done?
He doesn't even know who Voldemort is at this
Yeah.
point, does he?
Well, it's assumed that McGonagall explained it because she said he's a celebrity.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
But
it wouldn't have made sense to tell him he's a celebrity without telling him why.
Yeah, but this is so badly written. I mean,
I know. Like, you would have to mention that she told him. Otherwise, the people reading wouldn't understand what the heck's going on. Assume someone who's never read Harry Potter, like you know those people that get into actual fandoms by reading the fan fiction before the original content.
yeah.
That's how I got into Naruto.
See, we already have someone here.
that's how I got into Stargate and Dresden.
That's how I
Indeed.
got into My Hero Academia.
That's how I got into nothing. I've watched the original things before reading fan fiction. What's wrong with you?
A lot of anime crossovers. I just don't watch anime, so
Yeah.
but I'll find a
I still have-
crossover that has an interesting concept, so I'll read it.
I wonder who will be more evil, Draco or Ron? Ezio asks.
Ron.
Ron, of course.
Nobody likes Ron except me.
I like
Ron's-
Ron.
You're trash.
Whoa.
That escalated quickly.
You went from like I like you, Zero, we're friends, to you're fucking trash. You're like you pulled a Vernon on us right now. Why are you before me? Get out of my presence. Alright. He saw Professor McGonagall standing outside with a beautiful snowy owl in a cage. Harry felt an instant attachment to the owl. He
Oh,
went
no.
toward her. He is attached.
Oh
now.
yes.
Do you like it? She asked. Yes, he said excitedly as he opened the cage. The owl hooted and jumped on his shoulder. Your name will be Hedwig. Do you like it, girl?
He hasn't read his History of Magic book yet. That's
matter.
It's the name Hedwig.
He's Harry Potter. He can
He's
do
Harry
this.
Potter.
It was an instinctual magic response.
Yes. The answer to your concerns are magic. All right. He's a prodigy. He asked as he petted her. She hooted. Wait, no, did I already say that? Oh no, she hooted here, and now she's hooting again. And rubbed her plumage on his cheek affectionately. Because you ever met an animal that just took an immediate liking to you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's not talk about dogs here.
Yeah. Cats love me.
Let's not talk about domesticated animals. Just like, okay, this one is okay.
I mean, owls are domesticated animals in this
Yeah,
world.
but aren't owls like very leery?
Not in this world.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we use them for mail. Who uses owls for mail?
But he read few fan fiction before.
The ball python loved me when I was in science class. Loved me enough, it gave me a nice big hug around the neck.
Did it try to eat you?
It started to strangle me.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Do you sue the school or something?
Nope, it was after school, and science teacher liked me, so let me get it out of the thing.
Oh dear. Did you have to go to the hospital?
No, I had a big bruise, but teacher got it off me. It was just being affectionate.
Okay.
Okay.
I should remind.
That sounds like you're in an abusive relationship with it.
Yeah, like. Let's go. Do you need help?
Time for a scene skip.
Scene skip. Is it? Yeah, it is a scene skip, isn't it? Now you need to go home. She told. What
Not
kind
only
of
a
scene
skip,
is
it's a
it?
time skip.
Now you need to go home. Holy crap! Empty compartment. Oh, he's already in the train, guys. Skipping that entire scene, which I'll say it's probably better because he's really bad at rehashing.
He probably would have just tortured the Dursleys for not telling him.
Yeah, like how dare you not tell me about my
He
family?
really should have done that scene, though.
You know,
Well, you get another scene just coming up, so don't worry.
Harry was sitting alone in an empty compartment. He had told Hedwig to go to Hogwarts by herself, so she didn't have to be cooped up in the train. Oh, he's so nice.
How does
What a nice
Hedwig know where Hogwarts is?
Look, man, don't ask questions like
How
that.
does Hedwig know where Sirius is all the time?
How do owls know where anyone is? Yeah, you're right.
They're magic owls.
Okay, that's fair.
Exactly.
Was wearing a green button-down shirt and jeans. This is important to know, guys. He's wearing a green button-down shirt and jeans. His back hair was swept aside, covering his scar. Oh my God, he's so good.
How does it work?
Yeah, I don't know how your back hair can be swept to the side to cover the scar at the front of your face.
Yeah.
Maybe he has another scar on his back.
You know, it's possible.
Like, how long is his back hair?
I mean,
can
He's
wrap
a
it around
gorilla
his
and
head.
all connected.
oh, shit. He's pulling a Jon Snow with his hair, being able to do things that make the ladies swoon.
At least he isn't tall and muscled yet.
Yeah, yet.
Yeah,
He's only 11. Give him time.
Yeah, he'll need to be at least 14 for that, right?
I'm sure it'll be 13.
Yeah, it could be 13.
He's got magic after all.
He was reading a book about wizarding culture. He got to know what pure blood, half-blood, and muggle-born mean. According to it, Harry was a half-blood. It was actually all stupid, although in the eyes of Harry, everything was stupid. Harry. Poor Harry.
I mean,
Can we-
that sounds like an edgy teenager.
But he's not a teenager yet.
yet.
He's mature.
Yeah, he's been mature.
Yeah.
When he was 5 years old, he was 6 years old. He was making statements about fat lumps of waste. And
But he was 7 when he did that.
oh yeah, never mind, seven. I'm sorry. An
Oh,
entire
yeah.
year. What a difference.
He was very philosophical at 6, how it's a dog-eat-dog world, and he has to be
Oh yeah,
strong.
you need to be strong. Can we sit here? Someone asked. Harry looked up from the book to see 2 girls standing in the corridor. The girl who spoke had brown hair and hazel eyes, while the girl standing beside her was with a blank face, had light brown hair and dark eyes. Okay, this one is Tracy, and this one is Daphne. Because blank face.
Yeah.
Sure, he said and went back to his book. I am Tracy Davis, the girl with hazel eyes. See, I fucking predicted it. Tracy Davis, the girl with hazel eyes, said, I'm actually not looking down, by the way. Like, I'm sure people watching this are like, he saw it down there. Like, I'm focused on this section
Well,
here.
That part wasn't on the screen yet.
Also,
Daphne
you already
part.
read the story, so...
You know, I know, but I forgot it. Like, these stories, I don't actively try to remember.
Also,
not good.
Daphne is generally blonde.
Yeah, and she generally has a blank face.
And
She's the Ice Queen. Everybody wants some of that Daphne. Ice Queen-ness.
I actually
And
had a discussion with Games Fever about this. He actually thought the Ice Queen was a canon thing.
He
Like,
really
that's what-
did. Like, this is what
Yeah.
happens when you read fan fiction too much.
To be fair, the Ice Queen thing is like everywhere.
Yeah, even
It's-
Dylan's an
yeah.
Ice Queen sometimes. Right? I like how he's like, I want to hit him. I want to hit him so hard.
He's tsundere right now.
I am Tracy Davis, the girl with hazel eyes said. Harry sighed as he put the book aside. He saw the blonde girl hiding a smile.
Izio, the harem was introduced in the first
Yeah.
part. Jasmine, remember?
Yeah, Jasmine. Now we have this one hiding a smile. And we have Tracy. I am Harry Potter. He said, and as expected, they both looked surprised. Nice to meet you. I am Daphne Greengrass. Nice to meet you too. Sorry for my friend. I know how it feels to be disturbed when you are reading, she said with a small smile. Harry smiled back. He knew at the first sight that they were going to be the best of friends. Aw,
oh,
he's lonely. He wants friends.
At
I am
this point.
sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you, Tracy said in a small voice. Isn't she nice?
No.
Don't worry, Tracy. I was almost done with it. No harm done. So, which house do you guys want to go to? He tried to start a conversation. Oh, this is so awkward. I am fine with either Ravenclaw or Slytherin, Tracy said excitedly. Though I know Daphne wants to go to Slytherin, so I also want to go there.
that means you're a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you're basing your house choice off where your friend's going, you're a Hufflepuff.
I want to be loyal to my buddy. I want to go to Slytherin. What? So I am not going to get rid of you? Daphne asked with a smirk. Never. Tracy smiled as she threw her one arm around her. Harry smiled at them. It must feel nice to have a best friend.
Tracy's a cripple with only one arm now.
Yes, she threw her one arm. She's a single-armed lady.
Well, Hermione has no legs, so I guess
Oh.
one arm is.
Thank you for that reminder. I'd almost suppress that with my repressed childhood memories of horrible things, but thank you. Yeah, it's Hermione the legless, because as our Lord and Savior J.K.R. said, she never specifically stated that she had legs. Or legs, he had functional legs. Harry smiled at them. Okay, we do this. So what about you? Which house do you want to go to? Daphne asked. Every house seems good to me, but I think I will go to Slytherin, he replied honestly. Daphne and Tracy again looked surprised. Don't you want to go to Gryffindor, the place where your parents had been? Daphne asked. I mean, I'm pronouncing it like a question, but there's no question mark. I'm sorry, guys.
There should be a question mark.
I know. That's why I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's Percy Pendragon 3's fault.
Percy Pendragon 3, I will never forgive you.
It's Zero's fault. I wouldn't have even had a problem with it before I met him.
You wouldn't have a problem with this? What's wrong with you? Dude.
We've already established that Dylan has low standards.
Like,
Hey, I have great standards in movie and TV.
okay, movie and TV is something. Writing is something.
We're talking about fan fiction right now, though.
Like, Lucifer has been awesome so far, but like this is, I believe, this is something that you would unironically suggest to me.
No, it's not.
I mean, okay, okay. It is a bit weird. I'll be honest. I never knew them. I believe I am too different from them. Harry smiled politely. Wow. Daphne grimaced after realizing her mistake. Before she could say anything, the compartment door opened. The mistake she made was because his parents are dead. He doesn't know. He never knew them. Her mistake was assuming he'd try to be like them.
Is this Ron or Draco?
A boy with blonde hair.
Ah,
You know what it is. One of Strodens. He strode inside. What a fucking Chad. I love Draco. Strode in there. He scanned the room. His gaze stopped at Daphne. It is nice to meet you, Heir Greengrass. Oh no.
Heir? I think he means heiress.
Heiress. Yes, because she's a lady. Oh wait, no, we shouldn't assume her gender. Sorry, guys. Should not assume genders. This is 2021. Okay. I am informed that our parents are discussing our betrothal, he said. Daphne just nodded. Her eyes and face were blank, devoid of emotions. Betrothal? Is that allowed here? Harry asked curiously. A mudblood. You shouldn't sit with this scum, Draco sneered. Daphne was trying to look neutral, but her eyes were conveying her anger. Aw, she's already buddies with him because he got called mudblood and now she's angry. You don't know who he is? You would be careful if you know who he is. Tracy glared at Draco. Shut up, half-blood. Whoever he is, he can't be better than a Malfoy. Draco glared back. What are you talking about? Daphne was about to say something, but was beaten to it by Harry. A Malfoy. Harry slowly stood up and sauntered towards him like a predator playing with his prey. Oh, we're about to see some shit go down. We got the Chad who's striding in. Where is it? It's striding inside. Now he's sauntering towards him. You got the
Now, if it's a predator, it would have been better to use stalk or something like that.
Yeah, like stalk, not saunter. Tell me, Malfoy, how will that name help you when I can just kill with a single thought? Harry said in a cold voice. He waved his arm in front of him, and a gold mist in the form of a hand appeared. So much for the secret. What the heck?
Keep your powers a secret. Use them on the first person to annoy you.
He hasn't even reached the damn school yet. Laughter on Draco's neck and lifted him up. He was now hovering and unable to breathe. Okay. Harry turned back and sat at his seat and opened his book. Draco's face was red and tears were rolling down his cheeks. His arms and legs were flailing. Harry ignored him and continued reading.
Okay, Darth Vader.
God damn. I find your lack of politeness disturbing. Wait, no, I have to do it in his voice. I find your lack of politeness disturbing.
That was not a good Vader voice.
Look, man, I'm not. You're the. Okay, you do it.
Okay, Dylan, you do it.
You're the fan here.
I can't do impressions.
Oh! You want to talk shit to me about it, and you can't do any impression. Take you down a notch.
I mean, I could try.
Actually, the original quote, I find your lack of faith.
Yeah, faith.
Because Malfoy meets bad faith.
Oh my God, that would actually work. Holy crap! Is this author a genius? Did he know what he was doing?
Lack of faith. Disturbing.
Oh, I like that one. Yo, but for real, did he know faith, Vader thing? Like, I don't know if this is a meta reference to Star Wars specifically because bad faith disturbing, but
Probably.
no, maybe I'm giving him too much credit. No, there's no way. There's no way.
But it's probably Star Wars, but not.
Wait, you can ask him in the comments.
I rarely review because I am cool. I'm cool like that. I'm kidding. I'll message him at some point. Harry, Tracy and Daphne shrieked. Stop it. He will die. Oh, what gave you that idea? Daphne said. Harry shrugged without turning his gaze as if it was inconsequential. You will be arrested if anything happens to him, Tracy tried. She is right. I should first understand this wizarding world before turning it upside down, Harry thought and released Draco, who fell on the floor. He was breathing heavily and rubbing his neck.
Seriously? You couldn't figure out murder isn't an acceptable part in this world?
Yeah, he thought that arranged marriages was horrible, but apparently in his eyes, murdering someone in the wizarding world, just another Tuesday.
I didn't get the impression that he thought it was horrible.
Well, he thought it was. What was it?
He was just surprised.
He's not
that it was-
legal here.
Okay, yeah, he's not thinking of it in terms of horrible, but in terms of like, do they do it?
Yeah.
It's not like it doesn't happen in Muggle world.
Ages before that, and in different countries, if it's still practiced. Not in the not in Britain. Anyway. Are you mad? I like saying it like that. Because Austin Powers? Dylan! Yo, next movie night, Austin Powers? What do you think?
Sure, never seen it, so.
Never seen
Never seen Austin Powers?
We need to watch it then. Put a pen in that.
Neither have I.
What the hell?
Okay. That's what we've got to do then. Yeah.
Austin
But
Powers.
the one that always astounds people that I've never seen is Forrest Gump.
Okay, no, that doesn't astound me. I haven't seen that either. I know some meme about Run Forrest Run, and that's it.
Why am I the only one who has seen that movie? This is... Actually, Milf, have you seen that movie?
Forrest Gump?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen Forrest Gump.
Oh, good. I'm not alone.
You're not alone. How do you feel, Ryle?
Me and Jenny was just like peas and carrots.
Hi, Ezio.
Oh, see ya, Ezio. Take care.
Bye, Ezio.
All right. Oh dear. You could have killed me. Wait until my father hears the fucking Draco yells. Hell yeah, this is so Draco.
How many times does he actually say that in the series, though?
I'm not sure. I mean, he makes a mention of it when when his arm gets broken and he's talking about it at a later time, I think.
And I think he said that.
He talked about it in second year because his father bought the brooms for everyone.
Yeah.
In first year he did, and I think in like Zero said in third year. I don't know if he said it in fourth year. I'm not sure. Actually, yes, he said it to Moody, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Moody told him off.
Yeah, Moody was like, "Oh, your father. Let me go have a talk with
you
him."
things about your father that made you curl your greasy hair.
Yeah.
And then in fifth year he always went to Umbridge. So not
Wait
his
till my
father.
Umbridge hears about this. Oh no, Draco / Umbridge. No.
Oh,
No,
why,
Thank you.
Zero?
why would you do that?
Why would you? Ah!
You're welcome, everybody. Ain't I a stinker?
Still a better love story than Twilight.
No, no.
Okay, I'm not sure about that. I'm not. Okay, thank you for that. Draco yelled. Harry raised his eyebrow, and a red mist covered Draco, who started screaming in pain. Harry released him immediately from his magic. Draco was once again on the floor, twitching all over the body. Twitching all over the body? What body? Oh, his body's twitching. Okay, now. He was sobbing. Harry kneeled in front of him. Draco looked at him with his terrified eyes. These are not orbs. There, little boy. Don't cry. I will not hurt you for now. Oh my
You
God,
just
this
hurt him.
Harry patted his back and smiled innocently. Draco flinched at his touch and scampered away. Harry returned to his seat and observed the girls who were huddled together. They were looking terrified. Well, yeah, no shit, they're looking terrified. What's wrong with you? Don't worry. Yes, because everybody doesn't worry when you tell them not to. This is
Hey,
dope.
I'm impressed with Draco. He's able to move after the Cruciatus curse.
Yeah, unlike the Draco I wrote. Draco is already stronger at 11 years old. Fucking hell. Don't worry. I won't hurt anyone without any reason. And you haven't given me any to hurt you, Harry said in a soft voice and went back to reading, giving them time to process this. The 15 minutes of silence was broken by Tracy. 15 minutes?
They just sat in the same compartment. It's just insane.
Yes. Yes, in the same compartment. He lifted Draco without his wand by his throat, choked him out, dropped him to the floor, used some kind of Cruciatus curse on him, and they stayed there for 15 minutes.
Before saying anything.
Or saying anything. It's like, holy shit, we need to get out of here. And
Frozen in fear, I mean,
you don't... Okay. I'm not... I don't know. They were huddled together, looking terrified.
yeah, frozen in fear.
But they're not okay. They're just scared. It's not... Frozen in fear is a specific term, meaning you're so scared you can't move, but it doesn't specifically say that.
I think this is the intention behind this.
Yeah, I mean, Helen and good intentions, all that. 15 minutes of silence was broken by Tracy. What was all that? She asked, gathering all her courage. Which isn't much, because she wants to go Slytherin. Harry's eyes turned toward her. What?
Now that's just rude.
Look, I'm not here to be nice. Maybe a little bit.
Plenty of courage.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Merlin was part of that house.
But was he ever brave, though? In the Harry Potter books, there's no information on him except that he's one of the strongest wizards of all time. But they don't actually say how he became that or what his tactics were or anything.
Okay, Slytherin was brave.
But was he, though?
He had to be. He fought all three founders at the same time.
We never actually...
That's ambitious, not brave.
We don't see any indication that he actually dueled the other three founders, just that they disagreed and that Slytherin left.
I mean, I thought he fucked off, basically, and went away pouting.
Yeah, he left his monster in the chamber and then left.
No, they said after a fight with the other three founders.
Well, a fight doesn't necessarily
Verbal fight.
duel with three people, does it? A fight could mean yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Harry,
That's how
Ron,
I
and
understood it.
fight several times throughout the series,
Yep.
but they never. They don't. Well, Hermione draws a wand on Ron a few times, but
Yeah, Hermione is very abusive. Nobody likes it.
She set Angry Birds on him.
Yes. She played Angry Birds before Angry Birds were a thing. She flinched back, expecting him to harm her. Harry sighed. I said I am not going to hurt. But
You're not going to hurt Padme.
yeah, he's not going to hurt, obviously. Didn't I? As for what happened, I showed Malfoy what I will do when someone belittles me. I've had enough of that. I now have power to do anything I want. Daphne and
psycho.
Tracy remained silent, not knowing what to say. Yeah, he's a fucking psycho.
This Harry's worse than Voldemort.
Yeah, like, I'd go with Voldemort at this point. What was that mist? First, it was a golden hand, and then it turned into a red mist, Daphne asked. She was mesmerized by it. She hadn't seen or heard anything like that. That is my
no.
I invented it. I released my magic, which comes out as a golden mist. It turns into different colors according to the purpose of magic. Purpose of magic. What? Okay. Oh, okay. Purpose of the magic. Okay. That he's using. This guy's writing is just so awful. The golden hand was just my magic coalesced into a hand. But we just talked about this. The red mist's purpose is to inflict a huge amount of pain. It stimulates every nerve in the body as if they were on fire. He finished with a proud smile. Daphne and Tracy looked horrified, as they should. And this is definitely horrifying. Now what did I do?
I'm not sure Draco deserved that curse.
Yeah,
for
like
that.
it's okay. I thought John was horrifying by punching people and breaking their noses and fingers. Dude, Draco just disrespected him, and now he got choked out, thrown on the ground, and then applied a Cruciatus curse to him.
I mean, he could have removed some extremities.
Seriously.
Yeah, you know, just if it wasn't enough. Your red mist sounds too similar to the Crucio curse. It is one of 3 unforgivable curses, Daphne replied. She's a
I
first.
thought I learned about this in 4th year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't. Like maybe some of the kids from Death
Yeah,
Eater
but
families.
She's a pureblood, and her father was probably a Death Eater. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
but-
never clarified.
They don't teach them this. It's never said. So, if it's never said, you can make the assumption that it's never actually taught.
I think
mean,
they know the basic what the 3 unforgivables are. Like
Yeah,
not the incarnation, but they know the basic effect.
That's
and
right.
Ron knows what the Imperious curse is from his father.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
and if Ron knows something, everyone knows.
I don't know.
Ron
guys
is
read
not an
logic.
idiot; he's just lazy.
No, he's an idiot.
He's
He's
total
disloyal.
idiot.
So is Ron awful or a good person?
Awful.
Ron is
Awful.
a realistic character who
Yeah,
has his,
Ron's horrible.
I like Ron.
but he is overall a good character.
Ron is the Chad Ginger.
Ron's a dick.
Hell yeah. I have read about them. Using them as a one-way ticket to Azkaban. No problem. I was going to keep my power secret. You mustn't tell anybody about my power, Harry said in a hard voice.
And yet, what about Draco?
Like Draco's there. Like, oh my god. People. Okay, you remember in I don't know if you've read In Pursuit of Magic all the way, but the part where like Clark is hiding from Draco, and everybody's telling me that he should just go tell the teachers or whatever, and he doesn't. And I thought it was a silly thing to do, but here in this situation, yeah, they should probably tell the teachers.
Go straight to Dumbledore.
Like, there's a difference between like running around and roughhousing and getting a little bullied versus torturing someone with a torture curse.
That's what obliviation is for.
Hell yeah! I mean,
That has so many implications in it.
I didn't say that. We'll cut it out from the video. Oh wait, no, I can add. Allegedly, in a video game, I did all these things. There, I am now safe. I think we should change compartments. We are
Wait.
uncomfortable here. What?
Where were Crab and Goyle?
Not here.
We don't know. They were never mentioned.
They were never mentioned. Grab and go do not exist here. All right. Can we go? They're asking for permission. Tracy blurted out. Daphne looked conflicted. Conflicted? One part of her agreed with Tracy, while the other part wanted to stay with Harry. He surely won't hurt them. He had said that himself. What?
I think she might have more problems than Harry.
Shit,
He's already showing the signs of a.
Yep.
Dude, I didn't
Someone's
know
already fallen for him.
it was so fast. What's going on? He hadn't even kidnapped her, and she's already wanting to help him. You don't need my permission, Tracy. You are not my slaves. I understand how you must feel. I am not going to hurt you, but if you want to go, you can go, Harry said with a reassuring smile. Tracy nodded and dragged Daphne out with her.
Tracy's
bad. Yeah, Tracy is like the smartest character here so far. Not very smart, but smart enough. I just scared my potential friends. Harry sighed in disappointment. Harry pulled another book from his bag. It was about how to act like a proper pureblood heir. What? So he went through that entire situation, almost like choked someone out, tortured them, lost his potential friends, and he just opens up another book and starts reading about how to become a pureblood heir. Even if I don't believe in it, I am still heir to the ancient and noble house of Potter. I need to learn this boring etiquette. This is a trope that I see you see a lot in fanfiction. I don't believe in any of it, but I'm gonna learn it anyway.
You gotta take it down from the inside.
Yeah, he's gonna take it down from the inside. They never realize that they become the problem if they try to adapt to the problem. After an hour, his compartment door opened again. Harry was staring at the girl. She seemed familiar. She had blue-dyed hair and sapphire eyes.
Oh no.
Oh no, she dyed her hair blue. Jasmine. This is Jasmine, everybody.
What parents let their 11-year-old daughter dye their hair blue?
Bad
A lot
parents.
of parents.
She was also staring at him, trying to
Although not a lot in the 90s, which is when Harry Potter took place.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Another girl entered. She had bushy hair and warm brown eyes. Hey, it's the lady. It's the Lady of Legend. Everybody's favorite character.
She has no legs.
Without legs, she entered on her wheelchair. All right.
Actually, sorry, I have to ask, where's this no legs thing coming from?
One of J.K. Rowling's tweets.
Can you share it? Because I don't believe... I've heard some stupid things about this already, so...
Look, man. Like this Hermione. All right.
I'm pretty sure it's on the Discord. You just got to look up no legs or something like that.
I mean, the only tweet I know is where she said, I never specified Hermione is white or isn't black.
Yeah, we know
Something
that
like
part.
But
Even though she's
no
black.
legs?
Yep, and Harry's Indian.
Yeah,
No, that actually was never said by... I actually googled that. J.K. Rowling never said that.
And if she did, she was just kidding. Rowling. Get it? Because I pronounced her name and... Never mind. Harry smirked. Wait, no, what was here? Another girl. Okay, hey, stop staring. Have you seen a toad here? The blue-haired girl asked rudely. Don't be rude, the other girl admonished her. Harry smirked. He stood up and went closer to the blue-haired girl. He had definitely seen her. Her sapphire eyes were unforgettable.
I posted the link to where y'all were talking about Hermione No Legs in The Chosen Few.
Alright. We'll look at it later. Jasmine? What happened to your hair? Harry asked. She was momentarily surprised, but a small smile took over her face. Harry? She asked tentatively. Harry nodded. Where did you go? I came the next day in the park to find you, but you were not there, Harry asked with his own smile. We moved to another house, she said, and went to sit in the compartment in front of him.
Okay, the source is Games Fever, and he says supposedly at the beginning. This was your source, myth. Seriously, like this is worse than a myth.
I mean, that's the start of the conversation. I don't know what else is discussed.
That is not the start of the conversation.
That
That
is-
is,
It's what I found when I typed no legs in the search. So
He's typed no legs. Alright. I am Jasmine Zvinan. Though you already know my first name. What the heck is the name? I am Harry Potter. Come in, Hermione. We will take a break from searching, she said as she patted the seat beside her. Hermione sat beside her. Beside her? Beside her. Hermione, this is Harry Potter. Harry, this is my best friend, Hermione Granger. Wait, did he ever introduce himself as Potter? Oh, I mean here, but like, she's using it so familiarly. But yes. She grinned at the blushing Hermione. The blushing Hermione? Am I the... Okay, because she called her her best friend. Am I the only one who doesn't have a friend? Harry asked himself.
no, you just scared away your first two friends.
Oh, it's so sad, but he fucking deserves it. How dare you attack the Chad Draco? Draco's not my favorite character.
At least do it when no one's watching.
Yeah, like just wait until nighttime and just show up near his bed and just frighten the shit out of him. If you do anything to me again, I'll fucking slit your throat. Or something like that. Allegedly in a video game. Nice to meet you too, Harry. I have read all about you. You are quite famous, like a robot reading this. She said, extending her hand. Harry shook her hand. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, those books. They are fiction, by the way. I saw them in the bookstore and was astonished. But it was in the book. How can it be untrue? She squeaked. Oh no. Welcome to the Hermione believes everything in books trope. Hermione, Jasmine said, raising her blonde eyebrow. Huh, she forgot to dye her eyebrows. Hermione's cheeks reddened, and she kept quiet. So, what happened to your hair? Last time and only... What? Oh, okay. He's talking about how the last time was the only one he saw, and the author thinks this is a clever way of writing dialogue. You had blonde hair, Harry said, pointing to her head. Just trying something different, she replied nonchalantly. So you still get beaten up by your friends? She joked. Oh my god. This is a way to joke?
Wow.
Like, you remember you meet an old friend you haven't seen in ages and you've only met them once. So do you still get beat up by your childish friends or childhood friends?
Hey, last time I saw you, you were lying broken on the ground. That still happen on regular?
You're bleeding out everywhere. Like, you still doing that? Is that thing still going? All right. Nah, those days are over. Tables have been turned, Harry said mysteriously. She arched her eyebrow in question. So you two know each other? Harry asked them, trying to change the subject. Best friend.
Best friend.
So you two know each other. Okay. Yes, we live in the same neighborhood, Hermione answered.
So I found one mention of this entire no legs thing, and that was Harry Potter, and it was a meme from someone. I posted the link in the Discord.
Yeah, we'll look it up later. Two witches in the same neighborhood. That must be interesting, Harry said. Well, we didn't exactly know we were witches until the letter arrived, Hermione said. Harry turned to
Hey,
Jasmine.
that says Harry Potter, not Hermione.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, and I find no reference to Hermione and no legs anywhere from J.K. Rowling. I mean, the source is you and Games Fever, so I wasn't even convinced, but...
Can we,
Yes,
good.
continue. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the permission. Okay, we did this part here. Okay, I was a kid when I said I was magical. I didn't totally believe myself. I didn't tell anyone until the letter arrived. She answered his unasked question. Harry nodded. How do you two know each other? Hermione asked. We actually don't know each other. We just met once and she helped me, Harry asked. Asked? Okay, moving on. Jasmine rolled her eyes. No, I'm not going to say anything. Let's, not going to...
I would also roll my eyes if a statement is
It's okay. It's not a question.
framed like a question.
I just gave you a bottle of water, Jasmine said. Harry just shrugged. So you are not Jasmine's boyfriend. You just ruined my imagination, Hermione pouted. Jasmine turned red and started yelling, Hermione, I'll make you pay for it. Harry just watched them with an amused smile and a tiny bit of jealousy. Oh, my God. I wish I also had a best friend.
They're 11.
Get over it. How
Why
many times
is
is
Hermione asking if he's...
Okay, that part, you're right. This thing, yeah, 11 years old. I mean, I get girls are more mature than boys growing up, but
But they're 11.
they're 11, and Hermione is also the kind of character who doesn't talk about this sort of thing early. Like, she's very awkward. I mean, okay, I guess if she's Jasmine's best friend or whatever, it might be argued that she is a different character now. But they still did the whole books are something that can't be wrong trope, so maybe not. You never try to understand bad writing, just acknowledge it. I wish I also had a best friend.
I can't help it. I have to try and understand things.
After yelling and getting her blush in control, Jasmine stood up and started for the door. She cleared her throat awkwardly. Goodbye, Harry. We'll see you at Hogwarts. We need to find my friend's pet toad. Neville Longbottom.
They're already friends, apparently.
As she left the compartment. Yes. She already has friends.
She makes friends fast.
Except with Harry, because he doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
Bye, Harry. Hermione smiled as she followed Jasmine out. Harry waved back. Harry was staring at the
That's one more for Aaron.
Yeah. It was wonderful magic. It was beautiful magic. Useless, but beautiful. Professor McGonagall picked up the hat with one hand and held the scroll in her other hand. When I call your name, you will come up here and sit down on the stool. I will then place this hat on your head. You will be sorted into a house, and once that is done, you will go and join your house. Let us begin. Hannah Abbott. Specifically Hannah Abbott being addressed here. Let us begin. Hannah Abbott points to a crowd.
This is going to end on a cliffhanger, ain't it?
I don't know. It's
right before the hat says the house.
I mean, it's probably going to say Slytherin, but we'll see. Professor McGonagall called. A nervous-looking girl with blonde hair slowly walked forwards. I wonder if she'll be on the harem, and sat on the stool. The professor placed the hat on her head. Hufflepuff, the hat shouted a few seconds later. Professor McGonagall removed the hat and allowed the girl to happily walk to the Hufflepuff table. Imagine being happy, being sorted into Hufflepuff.
Duffers.
Like, what's going on there? Daphne and Tracy were sorted into Slytherin house, along with house needs to be in capital, along with Malfoy and the two boys. Oh, the two boys. Where were they?
Obviously, they were just watching as Draco got strangled.
Yeah, they must have just stood outside, Yeah, just stand outside here. Don't go in even if I call for you. It's the only way to explain this. Was pretty sure they were his bodyguards.
Draco got his bodyguards after being tortured by Harry. That's why he needs bodyguards.
Oh, hey, that's it. Okay, that's also an explanation. That would make sense within the story too.
But I don't have faith in the author making it make sense.
Yeah, but it's Malfoy, so it's bad faith in the first place. Harry saw Hermione get sorted into Gryffindor. Eventually, Harry was called up. Harry walked up towards the stool and sat down. He barely was able to see the hall staring at him before the hat was placed on his head. Interesting, Mr. Potter. You have found a totally unprecedented way to use your magic. Harry heard a voice inside his head. Why would the hat care about this? So you are a talking hat. Amusing. Well, thanks for the compliment. I am trying to be the best in this world, and so it is natural that I have to find new ways to do things. What is this?
This is such a VF and Snake line.
It really is.
Yeah, like amusing, unlikely. I only see that from his fan fictions.
The hat chuckled in response. You are totally a Slytherin. Totally.
Yes.
Like the Valley
You are
Girl.
totally a Slytherin? Cunning, ruthless, frightful. I wish you luck, Mr. Potter. Better be Slytherin. Okay. Slytherin, the hat yelled.
The
I'm not
hat's a
gonna do-
Valley Girl.
Let's not do it. You want me to do it? Fuck, I'll do it. Like we're at the last part, so I'll just do it with it. Like this is the way I'll send it off. Harry took off the hat from his head and put it on a stool. Then, he went to the Slytherin table and, he sat in front of Daphne and Tracy. They, gave him a nervous smile. Oh, I like where this is going. Harry repressed the urge to roll his eyes. Then he scanned the entire hall and, saw that he was being stared at. Come on, people. Don't you, have things to do? Harry... This broke the silence and the sorting continued. The last boy... Wait, hold on. The last boy joining the Slytherin was, Blaise Zabini. Okay, fuck it. I can't do it. Jasmine Zenan was the last to be sorted. Oh, I guess that's why they called her Zenan, to make the comment that she is not the last person to be sorted because her name has a I instead of a A. She took Blaise Zabini's spotlight. I don't like her at all. Just as the hat touched her head, it announced her to be Gryffindor. After that, Headmaster Dumbledore gave some stupid and insignificant speech about dangers of forest and possible chance of dying a horrible death. Oh no article here. In the room in third corridor. Okay, let's reread the sentence. After that, Headmaster Dumbledore gave some stupid insignificant speech about dangers of nothing here, forest, and nothing here. Possible chance of dying. Nothing here. Horrible death in. Oh, he actually uses one. The room in and nothing here. Third court. Okay, he used it here, but everywhere else, it doesn't do it.
He really does not like articles.
Also, it doesn't even make sense. How is this insignificant? You can die is
showing
pretty
how edgy
significant.
Harry is.
Harry
Harry
doesn't
thinks
care
he's
about dying.
He's
a
he's
badass. Whatever comes against him, he'll just use his yellow mist and choke it out while saying, "Find your lack of badassness disturbing."
Or use his red mist and just send it to the ground in pain.
Yeah, pretty much. He's probably already able to beat Voldemort at this point, according to this author. Harry observed the others meanwhile. Okay, in the meanwhile, or in the meantime, Jasmine and Hermione were chatting happily and making friends. Oh, he isn't though. Daphne and Tracy were whispering to each other. Draco Malfoy was glaring at him. My boy, channeling his fear into anger. I like it. A teacher in full black regalia. Oh, forgot about this. Full black regalia.
No, it's Snape.
It's Snape with a long nose and sleek black hair was glaring at him.
Sleep.
Oh, it's not greasy.
Not Galicia, it's sleek. Also, there lots of glaring happening. Harry ignored them and started eating as food suddenly appeared. After eating, they were led to the Slytherin common room by a prefect. He doesn't deserve to be named. Prefects don't have names.
Harry has small precognition. He started eating as the food appeared.
Yeah, like as the food appeared, he's waiting there. He's like hunched over, hands ready. Food appears, grabs it, start eating. Or like he's already closing off his bite as the food appears.
Yeah.
Here's when Dumbledore claps, though.
Yes, but don't point that out. Okay, that night, Harry felt very lonely. Oh my God, can we stop it? No one tried to talk to him. People
Because
were
you're a
looking at-
psycho.
Yeah, distrustfully and angrily. Well, yeah, no shit. Like, why wouldn't they look at him distrustfully? He just tried to choke Draco out. And
They don't know.
like, well, what even is going on here? Daphne and Tracy started to say something, but were ushered to the female dormitory. Harry was happy that he wouldn't have to share a room, and a bit disappointed that it would make him more lonely. Harry was lying on the bed as he glared at the ceiling. Stupid little Harry wants to make friends, Harry hissed at himself. Oh no, I just saw part of this. I don't need anyone. They are all inferior to me. I can kill them with a single thought. They are so weak. Everyone is weak. I don't need anyone. They will need me, and it will be up to me to accept their friendship.
The edge is
Voldemort.
strong in this one.
So let's copy this. This one needs a copy. Because I know I might have like quoted this before, but it requires a redo. There we go.
This gives me Gollum Smeagol vibes.
It really
Like
does. doesn't it?
This scene.
Like this like he just went from being sad to hating everything. He raised his arm in front of his eyes and closed his fingers into a fist. You see, this is this display of power. I will be the greatest. I will be the immortal wizard. It's a good story title. I wish they used the immortal wizard as the title instead of kill me if you can. He whispered and went to sleep. Oh no, this part. Riley, you want to do the honors?
Author's note, for those who really believed I was J.K. Rowling, where is your common sense? And I will write this only once for the whole story, so please pay attention. Disclaimer, I do not own Harry Potter. If I had, Harry would have been a badass character with a harem.
Yeah.
No. Well, his intentions are clear.
Very important
important.
author's note. There's going to be incest in this story, so please don't read if you can't stomach it.
Incest.
Yep.
Remember the chapter titles?
Yes.
Harry
I don't
gets a
think it's
sister,
being-
followed by Harry gets lots of kisses.
Yeah. Let there be chapter 9. Let there be a sister. Oh no. Okay. Let's not. Okay. All right. Okay.
So, one thing, next chapter is going to be pretty dark. I don't know if you can read it on YouTube. Maybe you should read it first before we read it here.
Yeah, it's fair. That's definitely fair.
And chapter 3 even more so.
How dark are we talking?
The sexual kind.
Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to decide on that. But this first chapter is pretty fucking hilarious. He went from like choking someone out, being sad about having no friends, bragging to the damn hat, being sorted, back to being lonely and sad,
Yeah.
then deciding to be the best ever in existence.
Also the killing kind.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Chapter 3.
And, he went to sleep. Because you just go to sleep after you whisper something.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I wish I could go to sleep by just willing it in existence. It takes me hours. I have to lie down and think about things and then slowly wander off in the dusty trail. Well, no, the sandy trail. Because
I literally have to fall asleep doing something.
But yeah, do I post the review here? Great story, I love it. Great story, I love. Okay, no, I'm not.
Mention the Star Wars thing.
Oh yeah, is
The bad faith. I find your lack of faith.
your Malphite choking scene a reference to Darth Vader choking someone? And Malfoy, bad faith, and then I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Are you seriously going to post that?
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
Do the roar. Do it.
Yeah, there are.
I did
You
it.
did. Seriously?
Hey, why not? Look, this entertained me.
It was entertaining.
But no, maybe you get found out.
Found out.
Yeah.
Found
That'd
out
be
by
right.
who?
By the author.
It's on YouTube. He's gonna get found out anyway.
Even if what's he gonna do? Come to my Discord and rage at me? Okay. But yes, that was Kill Me If You Can, Chapter 1 by Percy Pendragon 3. You guys should check him out. If only to enjoy this top tier content. Just kidding.
So Dylan, what was your opinion of this chapter?
I think Dylan is speechless.
There's a lot of things to unpack.
Yes.
Oh.
None of
Honestly.
them are good.
So he spent years torturing his family. And the conversations are so awkward and stilted. The first thing McGonagall says is that she wanted to raise him as her own.
Also, the incredibly forced avoidance of contractions.
Oh yeah, and articles.
The fact that he calmly thinks about murder.
Oh yeah, that too. At 11 years
That's
of
a
age.
small detail.
Not really.
It's significant enough, at least for me.
I mean, do we even know if he can kill someone with his magic yet?
I mean, he was almost gonna kill Draco.
Yeah, I mean, he was suffocating Draco to death.
The only reason he stopped was because he got told that he'd be in trouble if he killed someone.
Yes, but he seems to think he can kill anyone with a single thought.
Yes. I mean,
Maybe
yeah.
he's experimenting.
I think that was just a threat.
He's thought it in his mind.
Maybe
Okay,
he spent the 4 years we didn't see experimenting with muggles.
Yeah, it's also possible.
Yes, all these muggles just dropping dead of mysterious ailments.
You seeing this? Almost 2,000
Oh,
people
dear.
find this interesting to follow. Well, almost 1,000 and a half, but yeah. Interesting. Any other thoughts, friends? Harry wants to be the best in the world. Seeks immortality. But if he seeks
Obviously.
immortality, why would he care about being remembered for centuries? Because he's gonna be immortal. He won't need to be remembered. He's already there.
Okay, so what's the difference between this Harry and Voldemort?
Voldemort seems to be saner.
Yeah, Voldemort seems to be more charismatic and more sane. Yes. Okay, look. At the start, I said it's a friendship romance. This is a friendship romance. What
I
is
mean,
going-
there's a lot of thought from Harry about wanting to have friends.
Maybe that's why in chapter 9 he gets a sister. He makes an imaginary sister and then brings it to life.
Oh. Oh.
This just makes me like cringe when you say it like that.
About now.
This is the story of Harry who wants to be the best in the world. Yep, he is great. All right, I think we've done all we can here today. So I'm gonna close this thing out. Say goodbye to everybody. Everybody who's been staying this entire time watching with us. It's been almost 4 hours, by the way, guys.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it has.
Like I had fun. Okay, I had a lot of fun,
Yes, this was fun.
but I'm getting a little tired. I'm sorry. I wish I could go for another 10 hours reading about John's full beard and Ned admiring John from afar as women look around him, but he's oblivious to it. Like, I'd love to do it, but life beckons. And I'm sure it beckons for you as well. So thank you for tuning in.
See ya.
If you,
See you next
see you
time.
next week, same time, probably. I don't know. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.